What's up, everyone? Here we are for the very last regular season game of the Vancouver Canucks. And for the Canucks, it's the last game of the season. I'm Russ Holiday. This is Nothing is Perfect, and we're here to watch the Vancouver Canucks versus the Vegas Golden Knights in the regular season finale on Wednesday night. 7 o'clock start tonight. Should be interesting to see what happens. Vegas has nothing to play for. The Canucks have nothing to play for. So everyone's just playing for pride, playing for the love of the game again. We'll start off by saying hello to all you beautiful people who are already in chat waiting for the game to get started. We're going to go through these stats that you want, but you don't really need. We're going to go through the Canucks lineup for the evening. Only one change to the lineup tonight. And then during the first intermission, we're going to have Dustin Boydell by for the Rusty and Dusty Sideshow. We'll go through the ups and downs of the first period as well. We'll get into all the latest Canucks news of the day. During the second intermission, it is the season finale, and so we will be doing the season finale of spreadsheets. It's going to be going through all of the different stats that we've gone through at the quarter mark of the season. So we'll be looking at time on ice, most points, all that kind of stuff. And spoiler alert, the last 20 games, Quinn Hughes didn't lead the team in scoring. So you'll have to wait and see who managed in the last 21 games to dethrone Quinn Hughes in that time. And then during the post-game show, Dustin Boydell will be back for the Rusty and Dusty post-game, and we'll break down the last game of the year between the Canucks and the Vegas Golden Knights. Should be interesting. Could be a weird one. We probably will get a weird one because it is Canucks hockey, and that's how we do things here. Captain Canuck 99 was the first one here. Says, hello, I'm first in chat. And then Zach was here as well and said, yo! And then the Bunny fan showed up and was like, Blues made the playoffs, was at the game, and it was fire. You got to stream them. The Blues, eh? Do we want to stream the team that took the Canucks out? Ooh, Bunny fan, I'll have to think about it. We're going to wait to see what the schedule is once they come out. Hopefully they come out sooner rather than later, and then we can figure out what we're going to do for the playoffs. Hachiko in the chat saying, Dobby. And Dobby is unconscious right now because it is Wednesday, and that means that Dobby went to daycare today to play with all his puppy friends who he's exhausted and he's having a nap. Big Mac in the chat. Dobby, learn the rules. Trevor Linden, swear jar, goal. Coconuts go. Jake Says Hockey. Big Mac. Welcome, Big Mac. Rod's in the chat. Coming to you live from Kamloops, it's Rod. Go Canucks, go. I hope the Blues beat the Jets, to be honest. Could be interesting. That's what happened when the Blues won the Cup. They ended up taking the Jets out in the first round. So Jets fans are a little scared, I'd say, going into this series against the Blues. Zach, Toronto Marlies win! Captain Canuck 99, Coconuts go, Coconuts go, Coconuts go. Then Chico said, some people from the LA Kings came to my university and Bailey just stopped and looked at me because I was wearing my Canucks jersey. Sad face. Low-key wanted to fight him in that moment, the moment I saw him. Come on, Ichigo, you missed an opportunity. You didn't jump on the ice during the game that you were at, so you could have actually fought Bailey next time. Next time you see him, just jersey him and just start feeding him shots, right? Captain Canuck 99, is this in Nevada or Vancouver? This is in Vancouver, British Columbia. They are playing at home tonight. Hachiko, the game is in Vancouver. Yeah, thanks, Hachiko. Jake Takes Hockey. Come on, Carolina, please score. Laughing and crying. Sorry, Jake Takes Hockey. They did not, in fact, score. They, in fact, got scored on their empty net. And the Montreal Canadiens have solidified themselves in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Officially. There it is. Let's show you guys there. Montreal. 91 points to make the playoffs with an X beside their name. Columbus, unfortunately, Midnight Solar, you have officially been eliminated from the playoffs. I'm sorry to see that. But also, look at this. Montreal, 91 points to make the playoffs. Calgary has 94, and if the Canucks win tonight or get an overtime loss, they will also have 91 points. So, shows you the discrepancy between the two conferences there, eh? It's BS if you ask me. Back to the bar. Mike Torrance, it's over. Finally, it's over. Jake Siggs Hockey. Welcome, Mike Torrance. The pain of being a Canucks fan is over for the year. Jake Siggs Hockey says, Jake Siggs Hockey, Jake Siggs Hockey, Jake Siggs Hockey, Jake Siggs Hockey, Jake Siggs Hockey. And then Ichigo said they had a goalie target practice thing and me and they had me try out my shooting skills, and unfortunately, I missed every time. Well, keep on practicing it, Chico. Practice makes perfect. Remember that. And then Jake Six Hockey gets to the point where Montreal scores. No, Montreal scored! Crying. Jake Six, I wanted them to miss the playoffs so bad. Why do you hate Montreal so much, Jake Six Hockey? Is it because you wanted Columbus to make it? Or are you just bitter? Mike Torrance, top 6 will look very different next year. Wow. Who knows, Mike Torrance? It might not look much different than it did this year. I'm a little, we'll see what happens though. Thomas in the chat. Let's go. Game time. What's up, Thomas? Welcome back, buddy. Nice to have you. Every Canadian team is in the playoffs. Wait, never mind. Laughing. Sorry, Canucks and Flames. Good one, Barber. Good one. Get that salt in our wound before the season's over already. Welcome, Barbershop, our local troll. Mike Torrance, how's Skinner looking? Should be interesting to see. Skinner going to be back for the playoffs? Barbershop, he should be ready. If not, Pickard will carry the load. And then Mike Torrance is like, who and who? Ha ha! Mike Torrance throwing some troll back at Barbershop. Hachiko, Barber, they should put you in net. And then Captain Canuck said, is this Stanley Cup or regular? This is the regular season, Captain Canuck. Big Hog Hockey, welcome back, certified Canucks fan, Barbershop window. Yep. Remember, everyone? Barbershop said, I love the Canucks. Big Hog, thank you for reminding us. Barbershop window, Skinner's on a tight leash, but his playoff numbers are insane. He just had a bad run in Vancouver for 2 games, but held it down for game 7. Yeah, he beat our AHL goalie. Good job, Skinner. Thomas, no Canadian team will win the cup till Bettman's gone. Thomas, you might be right. Canucks go, Canucks go, Canucks go. And then Barbershop says, Leafs and Oilers, Stanley Cup final. Canada is going to have a meltdown and be more divided than ever. Can you imagine Leafs versus Oilers? Somehow, I don't think. My prediction is Colorado versus Florida for the Stanley Cup finals. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. Mike Torrance, next month, you're going to be crying, you can't win with Skinner. And then Barbershop Window says, why not? It's Skinner's 3rd year. First year rookie took us to the 2nd round while runner-up for the Calder. 2 years ago, he got us to the Stanley Cup finals. It's his 3rd year. He'll be fine. And then Dustin Boydell shows up and he's like, hey guys, how about 10 gifted memberships? What the heck, bro? 10 gifted memberships from Dustin Boydell. He's not even on the show yet and he's already making his presence felt. Evil Clay's good twin. Archer the 12th. Bradley Sampson. Project. Repulate. Lucas Wright. Dan Carlo. Brutality Blood. Frank Morris and Riley Enigma X McKnight. All getting gifted memberships from Dustin Boydell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They all went out, Dustin. Congratulations to everyone who got a free gifted membership. Evil Clay's good twin. Arch the 12th. Bradley Sampson. Project. Repulate. Lucas Wright. Dan Carlo. Brutality Blood. Frank Morris and Riley Enigma McKnight. Congratulations on becoming a member of Nothing is Perfect. I lied. You are perfect. Thank you very much, Dustin. I appreciate it. Starting the show right. We'll see you in the first intermission, buddy. Mike Torrance, okay, drink that Kool-Aid. Barbershop, the truth can never be drinking Kool-Aid. The truth can never be drinking Kool-Aid. Rome in the chat tonight. We dine in hell. Welcome, Rome. Nice to have you. Big Hog. What a bunch of assholes the Canadians are, stealing the playoff spot from Gaudreau's Blue Jackets team. Correct. Barbershop window. Run their players. Hurt them going into the playoffs. Oh, Barbershop. You want us to help you out all of a sudden? Huh? You want the Canucks help? Derek, I believe Besser and Suter will stay. I hope so. Barbershop window. If Blue Jackets and Flames made it, I'd assume the NHL is rigged. True. Big Max in the chat. Yo, what's shaking, everyone? One last game. Vanish. There's a good feeling in the air for Canadian hockey tonight. Habs win. More Canadian teams in. Better chance our country takes the cup. Welcome back, Vanish. Nice to have you. Thomas. Jake Stakes Hockey. How many games did it take to tie the record for Quinn? What was it, like 470 or something like that? Big Hog Hockey. Blue Jackets aren't that bad, Barber. Lefty all around. The only a-hole is John Tortorello. Welcome, Lefty. And then Thomas says, Big Mac. And then Zorro Rosario's here. Hello, Russell and the usual chat room crowd. And everyone new. Welcome, Zorro Rosario. Nice to have you. Big Hog Hockey Canucks are locked in on the 15th overall pick. Bell Center is going to be electric for those games. Yeah. Universal Habs. Let's go. Welcome, Universal Habs. Congratulations to your team making it. I'm sure you guys are going to have lots of fun in the playoffs. Kent McGuire, go Montreal. And Zach says, hi, Habs. And then Big Hog says, for the 2 games they get, yeah, laugh out loud. So Big Hog thinks that Montreal is going to be out in the first round. Jake Stakes Hockey, I don't know. I'm just jealous and wanted to see them blow it. And yes, I wanted Columbus to make it. Connor Cahill in the chat. Universal Habs 13. Good job, I guess. Mon amis. And then Gary Wiseman's in the chat. Funnies man. Soup gang. And then Paragrapher Pro says, happy 82, everyone. Thank you for all the incredible support for Russell and myself this season. I'm very excited for the future of Rusty and Dusty shows. Trevor Linden goal, Canucks Glow, and Dobby. You love to see it. Repulate, thanks for the gift. Milosh in the chat, go Canucks, go, woo! And then Swerve and Irvin's here too and says, ahoy hoy. Where's my membership, bro? Lefty, you got to make sure that you are able to receive gifted memberships. Sorry, I missed the Monday stream, Russ. All good, brother. I heard you were at the game, my man. Yep. And you met with Clay that day, I believe. Very cool stuff. Okay, kids, let's hop over and get in to the stats that you want, but you don't really need. All right. Vancouver Canucks playing on Wednesdays. They've done it 534 times. They're 248 and 259, which isn't great. However, if you look at their home record on Wednesdays, they've played 238 games on Wednesday. They're 125 and 99 at home. So we like that. That's a good one. Okay, 1 out of 1. Good stats. April 16th record. They haven't done it very often. 6 times they've played on April the 16th. They are 1-4-1. They're only 1-2 at home. So today gives them the opportunity to tie up their record at home on April the 16th, making it 2-2 after they beat the Knights today. Canucks versus those Knights, they've played 24 times. It's been a rough one. There's no way to shake it. That makes it look good for the Canucks. 7-15 and 2 against the Golden Knights. They're 3-7 against the Golden Knights at home. So that's 1 stat good, 2 stat bad. For your third stat, it is neutral. The Vancouver Canucks have never played the Vegas Golden Knights at home on a Wednesday. They have, however, played the Vegas Golden Knights twice in Vegas on a Wednesday and won both games. So they had the chance to stay perfect on Wednesday against the Golden Knights. So we're going to call this one a win. So we got 2-2. So who knows? Vancouver Canucks current leading scorer against the Vegas Golden Knights, Pettersson, Elias Pettersson. He's got 7 goals in 18 games. Quinn Hughes, 10 assists in 14 games. And then Elias Pettersson's got 17 points in those 18 games. So almost a point a game against the Golden Knights, which is good to see. The Vegas Golden Knights leading scorer against the Canucks, it's Carlson. 8 goals, 14 assists, 22 points in 22 games. So William Karlsson is a point a game against the Vancouver Canucks. There's me giving the thumbs up. There's Dobby. There's the whale. There's the spreadsheet for the second intermission. There's Dustin. He's like, what is this spreadsheet, bruh? Let's hop over to the game stats for the team. In the last 4 games, there he is, William Karlsson, 4 points in his last 5 games. Ivan Barbashev, 3 of those goals. And then Riley Smith with 4 assists. So he's tied for the team lead with 4 assists in the last 5 games. The Canucks, Quinn Hughes has 4 points in his last 5 games. Jake DeBrusk has 4 goals in his last 5 games. And Quinn Hughes, all of his points are assists. Vancouver Canucks have not defeated the Vegas Golden Knights so far this year, losing 3-1, 3-1, and 3-2. So this is our chance to prevent the sweep against the Vegas Golden Knights this season. Team stats wise, the Vegas Golden Knights power play is very good, second best in the league at 28.8%. The Canucks, dead center of the league, 22.6%, 15th. Penalty kill wise, the Vegas Golden Knights not actually as good, surprisingly, 75.6%. The Canucks are very good on the penalty kill, so we got the second best penalty kill in the league going against the second best power play in the league. Who comes out on top? Face-off wise, the Vegas Golden Knights dead center of the league, 50%. Canucks are just below them at 49%, coming at 23rd. Going for goals for, the Vegas Golden Knights are 5th in the league at 3.33 goals per game. The Canucks are 22nd, not great, 2.86. When it comes for goals against, the Vegas Golden Knights, very good, 4th in the league at 2.63 against. And then 18th for the Canucks, 3 goals allowed per game for the entire season. Vegas is 6-2-2 in the last 10 games, coming off a shootout loss to the Calgary Flames. And the Canucks are 5-3-2. So kind of the same as they've always been. They're either like 4-4-2. They're 3-4-2. Yeah, 3-4-3. That's kind of how it goes with the Canucks. Standings wise, as we mentioned, everything is set in stone now. So everyone who is going to make the playoffs has made the playoffs. St. Louis will play the Winnipeg Jets. The Minnesota Wild will play the Vegas Golden Knights. The Dallas Stars and the Colorado Avalanche will play. The Los Angeles Kings and the Edmonton Oilers will play. And then over in the East, you're going to have the Montreal Canadiens versus the... Is it the Toronto? Montreal versus Washington. Toronto versus Ottawa. Tampa Bay versus Florida. And Carolina versus New Jersey. Look at this. New Jersey has 91 points, and they're in the 3rd spot in their division. That is absolute bullshit, if you ask me. So, we'll see what happens here tonight between the Canucks and the Vegas Golden Knights. Let's hop back over to the bar and have a quick gander at the lineups. They have not changed except for one position. So let's have a look at that. So you got your top line, Niels, Big Hog Hoglander, Pius Suter, and Connor Garland playing together on your top line. You got Ty Mueller between Jake DeBrusk and Brock Besser for your second line. Your third line is still Atu Ratu, Dakota Joshua, Kiefer Sherwood. And then your fourth line comes in as Teddy Bluger, Drew O'Connor, and Linus Karlsson. We're looking at the goaltenders and the defense. Again, we're going to have Mr. DPD playing alongside Quinn Hughes on your top pair. Second pair is going to be Mr. Marcus Pettersson and Phil Hronik. And then your third pair is going to be the young guys. It's going to be Kudratsev and Vittorio Mancini playing together on the bottom pair. And in net, it's going to be Kevin Blankinen finishing up the season for the Canucks in Game 82. Kevin Blankinen. You'll love to see it. All right, let's hop back and chat before we get the game going. Connor, if the Leafs fail to beat the Sens in the series, there will be a blow up in the core. You think so, Connor? I could see that. Hachigo, happy? More like sad, broken heart crying. Don't be sad. Dusty, says Big Mac. Paragraph Pro Dono hype. And then Jake Sakes Hockey says, great job this year, Dustin and Russell. It was fun to see the channel grow and excited for the future as well. Thank you very much, Jake Sakes Hockey. We're excited to see where your channel goes too, buddy. Big Hog Hockey, thanks, Dustin, for coming on for almost every intermission show. Yeah, what was the last one we posted? I think Dustin has done, I think we're up to 73 side shows and like 60 something post-game shows. So Dustin has been here for the vast majority of the games, which is crazy. Barbershop, I think Tampa will beat Florida. Wouldn't that be funny? Lefty all around. Okay, Mancini, I won't criticize you tonight, so you better play using your noggin a bit better. Derek, screw Edmonton. I'm cheering for the Kings against the Oilers. Derek Wang. He doesn't care if they're Canadian. We're going to vote for QZ, right? We got to cheer for Andrei Kuzmenko, who plays for the LA Kings. Vanish, Canucks fans, but rooting for all the Canada teams. I can easily see it being Jets versus Leafs, in my opinion. Both have dominated. Both have a better chance of winning the cup than they have in decades. Vanish? Who knows? Might be possible. Connor Hill, I've Stars and Hurricanes for the cup final. Interesting. Barbershop. Gary's just laughing at you, buddy. Connor Hill, Leafs. Lefty all around. I believe in you, Mancini, just like Canuck management. Big Ogagi, even more since Jack Hughes is out. Yeah, true. Gary Wiseman, haven't looked at seeding yet. It's a Jets versus Oilers West Coast final, probably possible. I mean, they both have to get out of the first round first. So, Gary Wiseman, maybe Blues if they continue on a heater. Yeah, can you imagine if the Blues take out the Jets again? Kent McGuire, Besser was seen with a team signed jersey. He's not coming back. The team signed jersey was for his girlfriend, apparently, Kent. We will be talking about Besser during the first intermission with Dustin Boydell as well. So he did another interview today, so it should be interesting to see what happens this offseason, Kent. Maybe he stays. Rome, the Canucks might resign Besser and overpay him rather than let him walk for nothing. I like the way you spelt nothing too. Lefty all around. What team was it? Abbotsford? JK people. The Abbotsford Canucks. Calvin 99 Charlie. The difference between Kent and Rome's comments are hilarious. Laugh out loud. Yeah. He's not coming back. He might come back. He's not coming back. He might come back. Swerve and Besser walking doesn't scare me as much as figuring out who the hell is going to score goals next season. Yeah, we might have to talk about that during the first intermission too. Swerving. Big Hog Hockey for one final time this season. Lanky Hattie. Lanky Hattie. Yeah. Can you imagine Lanky scores his first career hat trick tonight? You'd love to see it. Rome, Kent McGuire, most likely, but stranger things have happened. The signed jersey might have been Besser hedging his bets. Lefty around. We have players in the wings that can replace Besser. Points, no problem. Yeah, he only has 49 points this year. So, Zorro Rosario. I second John Tortorella for asshole and loser. Zachary. Toronto Maple Leafs versus Detroit Red Wings tomorrow, 7 p.m. Yeah, tomorrow night will be the last night of regulation play for the NHL. Lefty on Leckermack and Carlson playing together on a line next year will be just fine. Do you think you got Petey in between them? Leckermack, Carlson, and Petey? Could be good. Frank Morris, thanks. Frank's waving for Dustin, I think. Crazy, I've been in this chat almost 82 times. Big Hog Hockey. 82 plus for the preseason and the Young Stars Classic. Jazz, the glaze on Demigod is crazy, like he ain't even that good. Just because he got his first goal in the first game doesn't mean he's magically better than Ovi and Gretzky. Heel did the same. Yeah, Jazz, you're not wrong. I think they're just stoked to have some random prospect joining them late in the season too. I mean, he's no Bure, but we'll see. The playoffs will teach him how to play in the NHL, I guess. And Four Nations. Yeah, there was what we would do 4 or 5 games for the Four Nations. Hachiko, go Kings, go! Fuck the Oilers, swear jar. Big Hog Hockey, you're lame, laugh out loud. Demko is pretty much a backup, laugh out loud. He was a backup this year. Hachiko, LA Queens, write that down for future PWHL team. Yeah, the Kings and the Queens. I mean, it's too perfect, right? Do you think they'll do it? Gary Rodson, very creative, Hachiko. How did you come up with that one? Sarcasm. Weird hearing go Kings go from Hachiko. I'm very wise. Wiseman. Okay, I'm going to do a poll question before we get into the game. Who's in the cup final? I'm going to give you guys a couple different scenarios. Okay, so we heard Oilers v Leafs. What else was it? Avalanche versus Panthers. What else did you guys say? See, Blues versus Abs, or Jets versus Lightning. All right. There's your poll question. First one of the day, kids. Vote. See what you guys think. Jazz. So who y'all rooting for in the playoffs? I haven't decided yet, Jazz. I haven't decided yet. I think I have to wait until the end of regulation play. Banish, not a fan of the LA Kings after what happened with Besser earlier this season, but after the wildfires, I watch them. They made a good cause. Yep, that is true. They changed their symbol at center ice. They're all wearing LA Fire Department stuff on their jerseys. So very cool. Oh yeah, Quinn Hughes can defeat Alex Edler tonight, become the highest scoring defenseman in Canucks history with 1 point. So we'll keep our eyes out on that. Zorro Rosario, Quinn Hughes is a center that plays defense with all those points. Yep. Swear jar, says Zach. Hachiko, I'll be rooting for the Kings for the West and the Habs for the East. Fair enough. Big Hog Hockey, what about North-South? Laugh out loud. Gary Wiseman, not really rooting for anyone, Jazz. We'll just sit back and enjoy the playoffs for what they are. Fair enough. Swerve and Irvin, we are eating pretty good as far as first round goes, aside from no Canucks. Yeah. Vanish. Jazz, all the Canadian teams, but if I had to tell you my prediction for the Cup final, it's Jets versus Leafs. I'd pretty be surprised if it wasn't at least one of those two. Eating. Mancini, hard eyes, eggplant, hard eyes, eggplant, hard eyes, eggplant. Ah, thanks, Barber, says Big Hog Hockey. Jazz says, Ichigo, this is a chat for Canucks, not flirt with Mancini. Janice, I was at the Oilers game Friday with my daddy-o, fun time, but I feel the Oilers buddies got me sick, laugh out loud. I got me a warm because it's spring cold. No! The cold has come for you. Lefty around. Laugh out loud, Jazz. Swerve and Irvin, cheering for another team when your team is out of the playoffs. Thumbs down, thumbs down, thumbs down, thumbs down. Swerve and Irvin, not a fan of cheering for other teams. I always end up cheering for the Canadian team, says Jake Six Hockey. Fair enough. Laughing and crying. You guys believe it? It's 7:16 yet, and they haven't started the game yet. Janice McKay. I'm afraid I gave it to my wife. It's her 70th birthday on Sunday. Let's hope all goes well. Oilers forever. That's me cheering for the Caps. Fair enough. Cheering for the Caps, eh? Looking for Ovi to get one more. Jake's a traitor. Go Blues, says Jake Six Hockey. Barbershop, what Leafs fan don't understand is Matthews, Marner, and JT don't have the heart to win. They have had 8 years to prove it. Yep, that is pretty accurate, Barbershop. Go Leafs, says Zach. Jake Six Hockey, actually, I wouldn't mind seeing Ovi get another cup. Fair enough. Jonathan Armstrong, the GOAT, has entered the chat. Welcome back, Jonathan. Welcome back, GOAT. Big Hog Hockey, Barber, Leafs front offices doesn't learn from all the first round exits. All right, I'd like to propose a toast. Too evil. My wife says too good. Oh, yes. First drink of the night. There we go. Swerve and Irvin, why would I cheer for another team? It's not going to bring me joy. F them other mother evers. Okay, fair enough. How do you really feel, Swervin? Lefty Aron. How old is your daddy, Janias? Barbershop window. Matthews and Marner have no heart in the playoffs. Great regular season team. Horrible playoff team. Jonathan Armstrong. Big Hog Hockey's. What's up? What's good? What's good, guy? There's Elizabeth Irving in an extra shiny jacket today. Derek Wang. I miss Derek Dorsett the most. He was my favorite Canuck player, my inspiration for being tough. Very cool, Derek. What are we doing now? Isn't he a coach or something now? Jonathan, says Big Hog. Janai says, I am Oilers ex-fan. I'm cheering for all my Canadian team buddies, the other four to win also. I'm not at all salty. That's salty. Fair enough. Jonathan. What's up, guys? Jazz, I hate Habs fans. No offense, but you guys need to stop bringing up your Stanley Cups that you won 1 million years ago. Like, shut up. Jazz, not happy with the Stanley Cups being rubbed in his face. Big Hog Hockey. Agree, Barber. Bettman would never let it be all Canadian finals. They would lose so much money in America. America. Janice, my daddy is 59. He's been 2 decades since he went to an Oilers game. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Mike Torrance, a goal and an assist and a fight for Lanky tonight. Yeah. Let's see it. Swerve and Irvin, Janice McKay, easy for you to say when you have 5 cup banners and the GOAT numbers hanging in your rafters. Jake Six Huggy. Just in from the NHL. Jerry Bettman has decided to give the Canucks and all of nothing situation the game. An all or nothing situation for this game. If the Canucks win, they make the playoffs. Jake Takes Hockey. This just in. All those cups during World War II. B-Dog, yeah. It does feel like that long ago, doesn't it? Zorro Rosario. We don't even get to a bottle of Shinola for Brock. We don't get a bottle of Shinola for Brock. I don't know. Oh, we don't get anything for him, I guess, if he walks in free agency. Yes, Jake. Jazz. No offense, Zach, but Leafs are going to get swept by Ottawa. Oh, no. Gary Wiseman. Ottawa is the capital for a reason. Barbershop. Matthew scored 4 in his first game. Mario scored on his first shift and first shot. Didn't Matthews hit 400 goals now? Lefty around. Your daddy is 59 and your wife is 70 at Janice? Yeah, true. Nice to have those banners, but I have been alive to see Oilers or any other Canadian team to win it yet. Mike Torrance. TNT hockey host in black bow tie tonight. Is it a fancy black bow tie? Thomas is like, Dobby. And Dobby's just like, me. Me. Who died, says Gary Wiseman. I don't know. Did someone die? Barbershop window. LeBron doesn't even know who the LA Kings are, and they play in the same arena. He called them the LA Knights. That does sound like something LeBron would do. He's a good basketball player. That doesn't mean he's smart. Overcoming was the new hotness in the first season. Then around 2012-14, people were trying to say the Capitals might never win with him and the way they were constructed. Fair. Aves Tampa Bay. Yes, I'm 29. My wife and I are 40.5 years different in marriage, yet my wife is healthier and better looking than me 1,000%. 1,000%. Ovechkin, says Swervin. Jonathan Armstrong, Minnesota Wild are in the playoffs. Yeah, they sure are. All right, they're lining up at center. Puck has been dropped. We're into the first period of play between the Vegas Golden Knights and Vancouver Canucks. I'll give you guys a countdown once all the stuff gets off the screen. Kings versus Florida, says Minor Dow. Max Sasson. Oh, Sasson's in. Classic. They changed the lineup at the last minute. So Mueller's out. Sasson's is in. Barbershop window. Leafs Oilers would be so good. The whole East would be cheering for the Oilers and the whole West would be cheering for the Leafs. That would probably happen, Barbershop. Canucks are changing. Former Vancouver Canuck Tanner Pearson playing for the Vegas Golden Knights. I wonder if Hutton's in tonight. The Vegas Golden Knights. Fresh in the game. Maybe we need to get them a copy of the rule book because we've barely gotten started yet and they've already iced the puck. Or did they just go in offside? Apparently I need to learn the rules. Everyone, get me a copy of the rule book. Calvin, I was born in 2004. Didn't the Flames win that year? Oh, wait. Why not Jets versus Habs? Left here on. Wow, good on you, Janice. Stars versus Hurricanes for me. Russell, says Connor. Hurricanes, eh? I think that's a hot take. Canucks skated over their own blue line. Suter skates through center. Pass over for Hoglander. He carries it down the half boards, chips it into the corner, puts it back to the other corner for Garland. Garland chips it behind the net. He puts it out to the point. Marcus Pettersson skates down, puts it in front. Hip height, though. But the Canucks come up with, again, Hronek with a shot. That one goes wide. Hronek loves tipping it wide. Shooting it wide. Garland putting it up the boards for Marcus Pettersson again. Puts it over for Hronek. Hronek with a shot. Schmidt with the save. Connor Garland tries to get it back up to the point, but ends up getting blocked, and the Vegas Golden Knights will skate out through center. 3-on-3. Petrangelo joining the defenseman. Oh. Looks like the Canucks just took a penalty. Marcus Pettersson. Janice McKay. We met square dancing. Seniors are like recycled teenagers. Wrinklier like raisin. Sweeter the raisin, the sweeter the fruit. I've never heard that before. Calvin and Charlie. Sadly, I remember that year, Hachiko. Says Calvin. Lefty around, laugh out loud at Janice. Thomas took Quinn 450 plus less games. Yeah, pretty wild. Mike Torrance was born when Canadians won, then Oilers, Flames. That's it. Oh, I was alive for those two, Mike. Canucks on the penalty kill. Number 2 penalty kill versus number 2 power play. Ooh, shot wide. Good chance there. Former Vegas Golden Knight Teddy Blueger gets the puck out all the way down the ice. BC has wildfires every other year, and Aquilini would never do such a thing for our firefighters. If it made him money, he might. Janice. Very true, barbershop window. That'd be an awesome series. Short-handed. Drew O'Connor with a shot. Glove save by Schmid. Hachiko, I will become the first ever male wag when I get together with Mancini. Fair enough. Connor Hill, anyone who predicts Leafs to reach the final, I have a question. Did any of you watch 2021? Apparently not. Janice, mind wishing my wife, Elizabeth, an awesome 70th birthday? Oh, mind wishing my, yeah. Happy birthday, Elizabeth, dear. Happy days will come to you all year. If I had a wish, then it would be a happy birthday to you from me. Happy birthday, Elizabeth. Milosh, yeah, late start here. Two evils, says Jazz. Two evils, says Big Mac. Boo. Jazz is booing the national anthem. Matt from the future is here. What's up, Matt? What's good? Boo. Jazz is booing the national anthem. Puck comes out front. Shot. Lankinen with another save. Vegas gets it back out to the point. Still on the power play. 35 seconds left to go on the power play. The DeLorean man has arrived. Yes. Matt from the future is here, everyone. Yeah, Lankinen with a good save there. Looks like a blocker save, blocking into the corner where a rugby game breaks out. Boo, says Jazz. Oh, Elizabeth, it's been a long 6 months. Yeah. Ooh, Lankinen coming across, making a chest save. Puck gets out to center ice. 5 seconds left to go on the power play. Vegas will not score on this power play. So Canucks kill off the first test of the power play. Second best penalty kill defeats second best power play for now. Ben Hutton shooting wide. There he is. Former Vancouver Canuck, Ben Hutton. Quinn Hughes puts it over for Sherwood, who puts it up for... Oh, no, it's... Oh, Ratu up to Sherwood. There it is. Lankinen with a save. Rebound comes out, though. He didn't control that one very well. Mike Torrance. Canadians won in 93. Yep. So funny, says Zach. Calvin and Charlie. We have a 52% of chance of winning. Laugh out loud. Tonight, will this be a final Brock party? Matt from the future. You tell us, man. I guess it depends on how far in the future you're watching from. Elizabeth Irving must have one hell of a wardrobe. It's blinding. So sparkly. Zoro Rosario. Jake Sigtoggy. I don't think Bettman's sense of humor extends to the Canucks. No. Janice McKay. We need a Canadian team to win the playoffs at least once in Gary's career. Yeah. We give Brock tickets to Buffalo. Laugh out loud. You think he ends up in Buffalo, eh? Ottawa's evil, says Zach. Isn't Gary retiring? Yeah, he has said that he will be retiring once a replacement can be found. Hoglander comes up with it behind the net, battling two Vegas Golden Knights. Gets it over for Garland. Garland puts it back. Oh, that was Besser. Besser puts it back for Petey. Sasson puts it back to the point. Besser with a shot from the point. Schmid with a save. No, I haven't won the lottery. Fair enough. It's up to $50 million, kids. Get your tickets. Yes, my gal has an epic wardrobe. Scoring 69 goals is better than scoring 70, to be honest. Yep, I agree with you on that one, Big Hog. Agreed, Hachiko. Learn the rules, says Jazz. Vanish. Yep. Matthews hit 400 and Marner hit 100 points. Canadian hockey is an all-time high. It's why I'm rooting for all of them this season. Our country is more important than one city, one of these cities. One city these days. Learn the rules, learn the rules, learn the rules, learn the rules, says Thomas and Achiko. Lanking it with an easy glove save there. Barbershop window. I can't believe that Marner's first 100-point season. Yeah. Drew Richards in the chat. Coconuts go, Coconuts go, Coconuts go, Coconuts go, Coconuts go. Welcome, Drew Richards, King of the Mods. And then Drew Richards shows up with a dobby, 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 dobby. And then a Trevor Linden, Trevor Linden, Trevor Linden, Trevor Linden, Trevor Linden. And then Zach's like Trevor Linden, Trevor Linden. And then Jazz says new PFP. Connor Cale, no hot take, Russell. Canes are a really good team. Fair enough. For conference finals, I'm down 2-3. What the heck, Calvin? Pick up the slack, man. Is that in your be a pro mode or is that your GM mode or whatever it is? Big Hog Hockey. I don't know, Barber. I know, right, Barber? He's played with Matthews, Nylander, and Tavares, yet he's never done it. Langton makes a save and then covers the rebound. 200th game for Rick Tocchet behind the bench. Jazz, learn the rules, learn the rules, learn the rules. And then Barbershop's like, is Eichel playing? If so, hack the bone. Hack the bone! There's a Simpsons reference for you. Learn the rules, learn the rules. BS call. Swerve and Irvin. Russ, do you play beer league? I am retired from beer league, Swerve and Irvin. I played for about 10 years in beer league, I think it was. But I am now retired from beer league hockey. And you're still playing, right? Are you playing spring league right now, Swervin? Jazz, nice new PFP. The number 43, eh? You like that? Vanish, can't give Vegas an inch. They'll take a mile. Story of the season for the Canucks versus the Golden Knights. Russ is too old. Big Hog, you're too young. Huh? Ha 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 ha. Captain Canuck, I can guess how old you are, Jazz. Gary Wiseman, thankfully, we use centimeters and kilometers in Canada. Yep. Nobody understands the imperial system. Gary Wiseman, it'll confuse the Knights. Yes. Are you 32, Jazz? Janice, I only see 9 likes as of now. There's 29 on here. Thank you, Janice, for pointing that out. Don't forget that. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done it yet. Trying to get this number up to 1,000 before the end of the season, before the end of the Stanley Cup Finals. So if you haven't yet, you're enjoying the content so far, make sure you hit the sub button, hit the like button. I appreciate it. Canucks battling for the puck, trying to recover it after a shot. Puck goes behind the net. O'Connor trying to get there, but the Vegas Golden Knights tip the puck all the way down the ice, but it's their own side of center. So this time, now that I've read the rule book, I understand that that was in fact icing, and they've broken the rules. So they need to learn the rules. Barbershop window, playing your stars players last game is pointless. McDavid broke his collarbone last game of the year in a useless game. Is that what happened a couple of years back? Jazz, Vegas goal horn hurts my ears. I might be being biased, but our goal horn gives me chills and I get goosebumps. Heck yes. I agree, Jazz. I love our goal horn. It's like a foghorn. Sherwood and Hughes play give and go. Hughes behind the net. He's looking to EPD, puts it down low for Sherwood. Sherwood looks to the front of the net. Nothing there, so he puts it back to the point for Pettersson. Pettersson over to Hughes. Hughes shoots it. Good, deflects wide. Back to Pettersson. He puts it over for Hughes on the far side of the ice on the blue line. He skates down the half boards. He puts it in front. Joshua tried to come up with it. Couldn't, though. Minnesota gets it up to the half boards and then chip it out. Looks like they're going to have a 2-on-1. Quinn Hughes defending a 2-on-1 here. Lankinen makes a blocker save, and the puck comes right out front for a sec. Quinn Hughes chips it back behind the net. Oh, my goodness. And then Kiefer Sherwood will skate it out, get to center ice, and flip it into the far corner. Hoglander on the ice on the forecheck. Can't come up with a puck, though. Vegas gets the puck out, skates it out through center ice. Damn, O'Connor. Keefe almost hit another PK chance. Yep. Barbershop window. Who voted for Jets versus Lightning? That'd be meh. Jazz. Vegas ain't bad. My top 3 goal horns are Detroit, Edmonton, Vancouver. Our horn has worn a little bit It sounds like a little sharper like it did back in 2010. Ah, wonder if they just keep on re-recording the same recording and it's losing quality. Vegas goal horn is just an Avs knockoff. Fair enough. Connor Garland to the front. That Pius Suter cleans up the rebound. The Canucks have scored. You love to see it. 11:37 in the first period, and the Vancouver Canucks have taken a 1-0 lead over the Vegas Golden Knights. Woot woot, says Milosh. Swerve Nervin says, go, 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 go. Coach Rob Willie, welcome, Coach Rob Willie. Go! Matt from the future is like, woo! And then Jazz is like, go, go, go. And then Vanish is like, go horn, a little sharper, just like that. Yeah, Suter baby, says Lefty RM. Go, 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 go. And then Ichigo's like, go, 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 go. And Jazz is like, go, 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 go. And then Big Mac's like, go, 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 go. Boom, go, go, go. And then Captain Canucks like, go, 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 go. And then Zach's like, go, go, go. And Dobby's like, go, 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 go. And then Coach Rob Willie's like, go, 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 go. And then Zach's like, yeah. And then Mohammed's like, Canucks score. Welcome, Mohammed. Nice to see you, buddy. And Langdon makes a save to keep it a 1-0 game. Calvin 99 Charlie, Trevor Linden goal, 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 Trevor Linden. And then Captain Canuck says, Big Mac, Jake Stays Hockey, Trevor Linden goal, Trevor Linden goal, Trevor Linden goal, Trevor Linden. And then Mohammed says, goal. And then Jazz says, Pius, the sharpshooter. And then Zach says, bing. And then Thomas says, Trevor Linden goal, Trevor Linden goal, Trevor Linden goal. And then Big Hog says, go, 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 go. And then Vanish says, I willed that one in for y'all to hear the horn, LMAO. And then Rome's like, gola, gola, gola. And then Lefty Aaron says, oh no, Mancini almost caused the goal. Mike Torrance like, woohoo. And then Calvin and Shiley says, Russ needs to learn how to hold all that note. Which note? What do you mean? Chat has gotten horny. What? Says Gary Wiseman. A ham Stanley Cup champion, Ben Hutton. Fair enough. That is true. Barbershop window. I heard Vegas games are fun as hell to attend. Janice McKay, thanks for the birthday wish song. Put a wonderful smile on my queen. Now Canucks get some Vegas, kick some Vegas butt. Go Nucks. And then Minor Dow showing up and gifting a membership out there. Thank you very much, Minor Dow, for the gifted membership. Dave DeVilliers getting the free gifted membership from Minor Dow. Thank you very much. And congratulations, Dave DeVilliers, watching all the way from South Africa. How's the weather in South Africa today, Dave? Or are you watching from the shadows? Kick some butt. Barbershop window. Someone was saying Brock to the Sharks. Playing with Celebrini, Will Smith, they get another high draft pick. Maybe. I'm playing as the Devils in franchise mode. Oh, okay. So you got all the hues. Vanish. If it's of any comfort, Vegas Arena will be empty for game 1 of the playoffs. WrestleMania is in town this weekend. I think there's a lot of people. I don't think it'll be empty. It's going to be a sellout. Calvin 99 Charlie, my franchise mode. I'm trying to make the 33rd team win the Stanley Cup. You've played for 33 years, bro? That's crazy. How many seasons can you play? On my second year. Russ is retiring from beer league. It's just beer for him now. Yes. I realized that I didn't need to play hockey to drink beer. Should Wayne Gretzky take over Bettman's role? Oh my gosh. Is that what we're going for? Sasson gets the puck up the boards. DeBrusque can't come up with it, unfortunately. Good work by Mancini to prevent that puck from getting in front. Jazz, are you 40? Swerve and Irvin. Monday was like beer league team, 1 good player, Quinn, and 17 guys who are afraid of the puck. Yeah, that sounds about right. No, I'm not. I'm not that old. Matt Janice. Ugh. So Rosario. Rick Toggett has or had a house and lives in Vegas during the offseason? Question mark. Is that what it is? He lives in Vegas, eh? 2-on-1 for the Canucks. Drew O'Connor in with Carlson. To the front, Carlson had gone behind the net by the time the puck got there. And then the puck gets passed back to the Canucks blue line, comes all the way back, and Marcus Pettersson collects it there, rings it around the boards, and that one will go all the way down the ice. Marcus Pettersson, learn the rules. We're not baking cakes. We're playing hockey. Learn the rules. Captain Canuck, younger or older? Matt, Mr. Fuji is currently interviewing for the Flyers coaching job. Interesting, laughing and crying. Can you imagine Fuji as the head coach? Hashtag justice for Fuji. How do I seem 40? I'm offended. JK. Are you older or younger? Swerve and Irvin, drop in the chat. Most annoying goal horn in the league. Chicago. Ooh. That shot went from Ben Hutton's stick just high and wide. Janice McKay, no McDavid's tibia tore versus Calgary, but hitting the post after being tripped. Ooh, that's brutal. Muhammad, hello, Russell and everyone. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome back, Muhammad. Nice to have you, buddy. Lefty all around. DPD, major defensive error. Lucky they isn't. Lucky they didn't score. Fair. Swerve and Irvin, I vote for Edmonton. Just the sound of the guys yelling. Pew! Pew! You two, Muhammad, says Matt from the future. And then Muhammad says, go Canucks, go, go Canucks, go, go Canucks, go! And then the Canucks scored when you showed up, Muhammad. You're a good luck charm today. Jazz, what are y'all's top 3 goal horns, or of you don't mind me asking? Thomas, he's close to 30 goals. Yep. He's 5 off though, so, but not a bad season. Pew Suter scoring his 25th goal of the season there, assisted by Hoglander and Connor Garland. So Suter taking a hooking penalty and scoring a goal. He had to make up for it, I guess. Goal, says Frank Morris. Swerve and Irvin. Back to the bar. The best there is, the best there was, the best there will ever be. Lefty all around. Mancini, smarten up, man, or you'll be starting in Abbotsford next year. Lefty all around starts the night by saying, I'm not going to make fun of Lefty all around. And then he's like, Lefty all around's like, I'm not going to make fun of Mancini. And immediately, Mancini needs to smarten up. Jazz, mine are 1 Canucks, 2 Caps with 3 Kings. Interesting. Rome at Jazz, Canucks, Columbus. Just the good old bang. Santa. Oh, nice, says Jazz. Minor Dow, don't know hype. Santa. Wow, says Zach. Dave DeVilliers. Dow. Eggplant. Dow. Oh, Trevor Linden's just on the bench hanging out. Pat O'Neill's last game as the equipment manager for the Vancouver Canucks. Trevor Linden in the building, kids. Pachico definitely getting AHL TV subscription if Mancini is in Abby next year. Yes, Gary, I think that is accurate. Oh my gosh, what a crazy play. Howden hit the puck at shoulder height and it bounced off the ground and off the crossbar or something like that. The Canucks are very lucky that did not end up in the net. Suter flips it out to center. Big Hoglander in on the forecheck, harassing his man. Theodore crying. Hoglander and Theodore in the corner battling. Garland's there now helping out. Ratu's there too. Got Ratu, Garland, and Hoglander playing together. The goal note, so you don't go over the threshold of your mic. It's not hard to go over my threshold, I guess. What does horny mean, says Big Hog. Santa, says Zach. Gary Wiseman, it means chat are talking about horns, Big Hog. All of the goal horns, man. What did you think? Leah Herring, hello. Hi, Leah Herring. Welcome back. Nice to have you. Canucks are up 1-0 with 8:37 left to go in the first period. Oh, okay, but specific. Hello, says Gary Wiseman to Leah. Calvin and Charlie. Gary, he's 8 years old. Obviously, he wouldn't get it. Face palm. Shorty just said that Wall went down after being hit by Joshua. But what he meant to say was Wall went down trying to draw a penalty because he's a little biatch and then got up when he realized it wasn't going to work. Bro. I'm 9. My God. Jazz, yo, I'm 5. I'm a top 10 minor. ... Captain Canucks. Jazz, are you actually 5? Question mark. Zach, learn the rules. Calvin and Charlie. No, I said the 33rd team on my second year. I lost to Vegas last season in my second or third round. Oh, okay. So you made an extra team, so you're the 33rd team in the league. So you're an expansion team. Captain Canuck 99. Learn the rules, learn the rules. No, Einstein, says Jazz. Unable to watch the game tonight, but hoping at least Hughes gets one more point to pass Edler for all-time Canucks defense point leader. That would be cool. Quinn Hughes, speak of the devil, puts it to the front of the net. That's in the net, right? Oh, apparently it's not in the net. Quinn Hughes, I thought, even Shorty thought it was in too. Off the bar or something like that? How did that even stay out? Huh. I want to see a replay. Hashtag justice for Fuji, says Big Mac. It's KJ. Hey, KGZ. I kind of like calling you KGZ. Trevor Linden in the house. Yeah, seen that. Beautiful man behind the bench with Patty O'Neill. Hoglander streaking down the center. Loses the puck, though. Justice for Fuji, says Zach. Free Fuji, says KGZ. I have 69 followers on TikTok. Connor Garland brings it back to the blue line, puts it over for Besser. Shot for Connor Garland as he gets the pass back, and then Schmid makes the save. Connor Garland puts it down low. Hoglander spins in the corner, puts it back up for Garland. Garland slaps to the front net. Schmid makes the save. Hughes Suter loses the puck behind the net. Vegas skates it out through their own slot over their own blue line. Jazz, Hachiko, tell your husband Mancini to lock the fuck in because he scored 2 goals and 1 goal and 1 own goal. Swear jar. Big Hog Hoggy, Trevor Linden. I thought Trevor Linden was behind your bar. So that's the thing, is my bar is actually in Rogers Arena. I didn't ever tell you guys that, did I? Yeah, Trevor Linden's still back there. Hey, Trevor, aren't you? All right. Hey, buddy. Trevor Linden in the building. He lied. Miss you, Trevor Linden, says Muhammad. Me too. I held his hand for just a moment and I've been thinking about it ever since. What? No, bouncer kicked Linden in the alley because he was too drunk. Yeah. Trevor Linden's just back there chugging all the beers. No wonder he never gives me one. The Canucks have broken the rules. They're celebrating too early. They're trying to bake a cake. Howden bunts it out of the air and it hits the crossbar. And then how did this one stay out? Oh my gosh, it deflected and then went off the inside of the post and then out. Crazy. Dang, I really believe that, Rome. We've been betrayed. Mini heart attack. Yikes. Yeah, Mike Torrance, you're right. Hits the bar like that. What a weird shot. Jazz betrayed? In what way? Defibrillator is a must-own item for every Canucks fan. Yep. The amount of times your heart stops. He lied, says Jazz. Jazz. Oh, I see. And then Coach Rob Lilly's like, goal. And then Jazz is like, goal. And then Rome's like, goal. And then Jazz is like, bro, what? And then Captain's like, goal. And then she goes like, goal, question mark. And Captain Canucks like, question mark. And then Rome says, review. And then Captain Canucks says, coach's challenge. It's like, no, there is no coach's challenge. Kudratsev up to Bluger. Down low for Connor. But I couldn't quite get the finish on that one. DPD back. Quinn Hughes digs the puck out, gets it out for Carlson. Carlson out for Bluger. Bluger through center, dumps it in. O'Connor skates onto the puck, shoots it just wide of the net. Puck comes around to the half boards. And then Vegas will get it out to center where it's collected by DPD. Connor Garland right at center, battling with 2 Vegas Golden Knights right in front of the Vegas Golden Knights bench. Puck comes back up to William Karlsson. Vegas puts it back in their own zone. It goes off of a ref. Oh no, the ref is stressing now. Canucks have the puck because it went off his leg. Fool! Get out of the way, bruh. Garland back for DPD. DPD over for Hughes. Hughes with another shot right through the crease. No one's there to get a stick on it. There was no goal, by the way. Captain Canuck. There is no goal, bro. Trevor Linden. What's up, Trevor Linden? When Hughes stops in the corner. Tries to put it down low for someone, but it gets intercepted by Pietrangelo. I think the referee got in the way of that clearing attempt by Vegas, too. Maybe the refs are working for the Canucks tonight, eh? Russ, if you're in Rogers Arena, prove it and jump the glass. The latest art project from Boo, from my wife. Pretty cool, right? It's pink. Looks pink to me. Petition to change the name of Rogers Arena to Russ's Arena. Yes. I support this motion. Shots are 8-8. Canucks are up 1-0. 2:16 left to go in the first period. Canucks, Captain Canuck 99. Hey, Russ, what's that weird guy who is behind your bars? What's his name? Oh, you mean Lloyd? Hey, Lloyd, Captain Canuck wants to see you. Hey, Lloyd, do you think you could get me a drink, bro? Huh. Lloyd, what? You're so creepy, Lloyd. Go away, Lloyd. Oh. Why does he give me the creeps so much? There's also a whale back there. Just hanging out in his aquarium. Rusty and Dusty Hut. That would work too. Minor Dow. Eggplant, question mark. Blue, white, green, says Zach. Calvin 99 Charlie. Charlie Chaplin's birth today. Huh. Happy birthday, Charlie Chaplin. DeBrus slams it in behind the Vegas Knights net. Besser picks it up, puts it behind the net. Sass in there. Puck hasn't been covered yet. Still loose in front. Canucks keep it in. Marcus Pettersson. Pass over. Shot wide. Hedel shooting it wide. Or Hedel. Hronek shooting it wide again because Hronek. He loves shooting it wide. Rugby game breaks out in the corner. You guys see the sign? Besser, you deserve better. Vegas gets it out to the Canucks blue line. Pass up to Marcus Pettersson at center, and he'll flip it into the zone, and then the Schmid will stop it for his player, but Carlson's in there. He does well to fight for the puck. Oh, it was Drew O'Connor. Puck comes out to center. Mancini puts it over for Hughes. Hughes skates through center. Pass up for Carlson. Carlson stops on the half boards, puts it across the other side over the blue line. Then that shot gets blocked in front, goes wide of the net. Got 38 seconds left to go in the first period. Who invented the saying, so you're saying there's a chance? It's from a movie called Dumb and Dumber. Dumb and Dumber, Big Hog. Just YouTube Dumb and Dumber, so you're saying there's a chance. 15 seconds left to go. Lankinen covers the puck beside his net. Too much chaos happening. 11.5 seconds left to go, so he just covers the puck. You know, sometimes you just got to cover the puck. Wow. Zach with the star eyes. Big Mac. I think it's from Dumb and Dumber. Correct. Yeah. Dumb and Dumber, Big Hog. Wow. Crystal is talented. Rome. She says, that's nice. Good job, Crystal, says Chico. Russ trying to change the subject by showing Crystal's art. Change name, KJ Brazy 2. You're like one of the YouTubers trying to get extra views by starting a new channel, right? Canucks get it out to center ice, and that should probably finish it off. Yeah, there it is. End of the first period. We have entered the first intermission. It is 1-0 after 1 for the Vancouver Canucks. Lloyd, you're weird. Yeah, Lloyd is weird. Better? I kind of want to call you KGZ anyways. KJ Brazy. Is Crystal using Photoshop to draw? It's called, what's it called? Procreate. It's called Procreate. Lloyd, give me a Shirley Temple. Lloyd, do you think you can get him a Shirley Temple, huh, buddy? Huh? Yeah. No, I don't think he's gonna get you a Shirley Temple. All right, let's get Dustin on the line here. Shall we? We can get it all untangled here. Okay, kids. For the last time this season in the Canucks regular season, the Rusty and Dusty Sideshow. What's up, my dude?
It's so no. What's going on, man?
It's the last time the Canucks will be able to watch us in the intermission on their iPads.
Exactly. You know, we've given Talkit a lot of tips this season.
Yeah.
He hasn't taken many of them, but we've given them.
No, he doesn't listen so good, apparently.
Nah, not at all.
Oh, first period, kind of interesting, kind of back and forth, 8 shots apiece. Is there anything you'd see as a clear up for the Canucks in that first period?
They're up 1-0.
Yeah.
You know, just kind of keeping the play relatively even. They're not really letting Vegas run all over them. Lankinen with a couple of huge saves. The 2-on-1 bailed out Marcus Pettersson. Very uncharacteristic of him to get in that situation, but it is kind of difficult to focus in a game like this. I mean, as much as you want to win every game, like this last game of the season, there's a lot going on with, you know, potentially Besser's last game and all of the other things. Pat O'Neill retiring, like what a career he has had. Just a lot of stuff happening around the team and so much uncertainty with Talkit and all that. Like it'd be very difficult to go out there and play at the level that they're playing at. So I will say, like, it's an up for them to even be in this game, right? Like they could have just gone out there and let Vegas walk all over them, because this means absolutely nothing, and they could have given, like, you know, 50%. But from what we're seeing, everyone out there is trying to win. Everyone's trying to get Hughes that record-breaking point.
Yeah.
I thought he had it there. Like the sound that made, I thought that was posting in. Like the sound, you can hear it, right, when it hits the post and it's going to go in. That one just bounced perfectly straight out, and the one in our end that just kind of got batted out of midair and hit the crossbar and went straight down, I thought that was going in. So it's just kind of a weird period all around, but overall, you got to take the up that we're up 1-0 and against, I mean, even when they're playing their backup goaltender, a very difficult Vegas team.
Yeah, they still have most of their lineup playing today, and unlike some of the other teams that have been resting heavily, like Edmonton rested a lot of their players yesterday against the Kings and got absolutely shellacked and stuff like that. So it is good to see a team like Vegas who's like, all right, we're not going to just hide people. We're going to have all the people come out and give your team a good show, because that's really, you know, people pay good money to be at this game, and they don't want to see an AHL team play against the Canucks, which is what we kind of saw last game. So.
Yeah, I mean, it can be a good thing, maybe sometimes a bad thing. You look at Dallas. I think we broke Dallas, to be honest. They are getting pummeled by Nashville tonight, and they have their, like, full lineup in. So they've lost 7 in a row heading into the playoffs.
It's
so that's
hilarious.
Yeah.
How did they get broken so bad? I guess 3 goals in a minute will do that to anyone.
Yep.
I did want to give it up to the penalty kill, because like we saw in the stats that you want, we don't really need the Vegas Golden Knights, second best in the league on the power play. Canucks have the second best penalty kill. And they gave up maybe a couple chances, like you said, like you made a couple good saves, but it felt like the Canucks penalty kill is probably the biggest up for the last half of the season because they went from being a middling team, bottom, 20 of this in the league, and suddenly they are the second best team in the league on penalty kill. So that's got to feel good for the guys.
Absolutely. I mean, a lot of credit has to go to Derek Forbert, who solidified the penalty kill, and then bringing in Marcus Pettersson definitely made it even stronger. And now everyone has kind of figured out how to do it because of those two guys and their expertise in the penalty killing department. And it's just really nice to see if this can go into next year. You have that special teams capability. If you can clean up the power play and get the offense going, I mean, we're not far off. So hopefully it's signs of good things to come.
I mean, that was one of the staples of that 2011 team. Their penalty kill was just so dominant, and it was like, we'll do whatever we want. We'll take a penalty because we know we're going to be able to kill it off, and so that's something huge that you can look at moving into the next season. Which, I mean, the defense is pretty much going to be the same as it is, and we're probably going to still have at least Bluger, maybe Suter as well, and that looks really good to start the year off with something you can hang your hat on. But having said that, it felt like the Canucks might have hung their hat on a couple things to start this season from last year, and that didn't really work out very well for them.
Yeah, how did all 3 UFA projects work out?
Are they still playing the team? Oh, wait,
Are
they're
they still
not
on the team? Oh, wait, no. Every single one of them got traded.
Hilarious.
Thank God we have some prospects ready to step up so we don't have to go through that debacle again.
Yeah, we got 6 of them playing today.
Yeah.
And classic Canucks too, changing Mueller out of the lineup last minute to get Sasson in to screw up my graphics,
Yeah, well, I mean, come on. You just want to give the kid a taste, not the whole pie.
True. So Besser says, maybe? So they were chatting, obviously. It was funny too, because there were, some general questions for Brock Besser today after the morning skate. And it, the usual was like, how are you feeling? Blah, blah, blah. And then as soon as Farhan Lalji, I don't know what happened to him, but it seems the players hate him now. Because the very first thing is you see Farhan Lalji start to talk, and you see Besser just like, oh God, what are you going to ask me? It's going to be stupid, and it's going to be about my last game as in a Vancouver Canucks jersey, and I'm not going to answer that question. But when they pressed him further, he essentially said, who knows? Anything is possible. So what do you make from that comment from Buck Besser?
Well, I mean, anything is possible, right? Like, you never know if he gets wind that he's not going to be worth what he thinks he's worth on the open market. I mean, look at his comparables. I mean, statistically, he's comparable to Jake DeBrusk. Like, he's injury prone, has only played 81 games in a season one time in his career. Like, he's demanding the type of money that is someone who plays 82 games, gets you 30 goals every season, and can step up when you need him to and drive his own line. Like, that's you have to put the emotional part aside and look at what Besser is asking for. It doesn't matter if he's a lifetime Canuck. Like, they're offering him $8 million over 5 years. Asking for the extra 3 years on top of that when you have the statistics that you have is not okay just because you're a nice guy that went through some hard times and bounced back. Yes, you're one of our most consistent producers. However, you are unable to stay healthy for a whole season. Like, these are all the arguing points that the Canucks have gone to him with, and like, it's truth. It's not like they're trying to hurt him or hurt his feelings. Like, the truth doesn't lie, and it's written in black and white. And like, I love Besser. I think he's absolutely fantastic. One of the best right wingers we've ever had. But I'm not ready to pay him for 8 years when he's already on the downtrend of his career. Like, is he going to be healthy enough to play in 8 years? Like, the 8x5, I would have signed it and then see what happens in 5 years. It doesn't mean you have to go elsewhere again. Mm-hmm. You can still sign with the Canucks in 5 years. Like, I don't understand this desperate desire to sign for the full term. And like, if they give him 5 years, a full no move clause, What's the problem? What's the issue? And so it's like, at the same time, I'm kind of like, well, Besser, do you really think you're going to get what you're asking for on the open market? Like, you got 41 goals once in a hot season where everyone else around you was hot. It's not like you went out and got 41 goals. So it's really hard for me to think that he's going to get that on the open market. One team, yes, some team out there will overpay that's desperate for a right winger. That's just what happens at free agency if he goes that far. Or maybe the Canucks weaponize his rights and trade him at the draft or something, and then a team can sign him to 8 years. Maybe they make a trade with like Minnesota. They trade Brock Besser in a first round pick and trade for like Jack Roslovic or something like that, or even Joel Eriksson Ek, right? Like, who knows? Anything can happen, right? That's what Brock said.
Yeah. Part of me just thinks it's all part of the whole negotiation tactic because like we talked about previously, the Canucks management uses the media as a negotiating tactic, and I think Besser is now too.
Yeah. Yep. 100%.
Philip Hedl in a non-contact jersey today at practice, which is great to see. We talked a little bit about this last game too. But then in Talk today with the media, he essentially said that when Hedl got hit, he was also still dealing with a virus. So kind of similar to what Petey was dealing with, DPD, where they were worried, but it seems like the symptoms were made worse as a result of him having a virus. So this sounds like Hedl's going to be going into this summer as healthy as he can be, which is great to see.
Absolutely fantastic news. Just I happy that the Canucks treated it the way they treated it, just given his history. And obviously, as fans, you are very worried because of his concussion history, but it is nice to hear that it was very mild. And the way he took the hit, like, honestly, he didn't look like someone who had a concussion. He looked like someone who got hit and was like, ow, my head hurts. Because the way he went off the ice, he was fine, wasn't super woozy, was pissed.
Yeah.
Because he knows his history as well. And some guy took a cheap shot on him. But it's really great news, and who knows what that'll mean for Pius Suter going forward as a free agent, and where the Canucks are going to be at when they're looking for what type of free agent they're looking for now in the summer as well. Because if they think that Hedl is going to get healthy and train well over the summer and be in line to be the second line center, then really we're only looking for a high-end winger, which we would have a lot of cap space to go after. So it's going to be an interesting summer, given that our prospects have stepped up so well and shown that they're ready to make the next step. And I think a lot of that has to do with Malhotra, because at training camp, a lot of these guys were not looking like this. Like they were ready for the NHL, and to make that jump from training camp to now, with only working in the AHL, like that's just a huge kudos to the minor league coaching staff. Just really got to give them credit for everything they've done for the big club this year, having these guys ready to come into the lineup when we need them.
We're going to do a little bit of prospect watch because the Canucks have a number of prospects that are in playoffs and all that kind of stuff. So I thought I would bring this chart up here for you kids. Let's start off by looking at the list here. So you've got the top one there, Sawyer Mignot. He's currently playing for the Calgary Hitmen. They're up 3-0 in the second round against the Lethbridge Hurricanes. He's got 4 assists so far. He's a +4 as well. Just kind of a rising star in the Canucks prospect ranks, isn't he?
Oh, absolutely. And that trade to Calgary really changed his season trajectory. Ever since that trade, just really able to find his offensive ability, and great to see that the Hitmen are rolling through the playoffs right now, and all the experience that prospects can get, the better.
Yeah, not a bad size either. He's 6'1". He's only at 173 pounds right now, but that's probably something the Canucks expect to see increase through his next summer, because he was drafted in the 3rd round as well. So it's not like he was a 1st or 2nd rounder or something like that. Still a young guy too, only 19 years old, still playing down there. So it looks like the Calgary Hitmen should be able to finish off the Lethbridge Hurricanes in 4 games here pretty quickly.
Yes.
I always mess this one up. Basil Sansones, I think it is. He's Swiss. He did play at the World Juniors.
World Juniors. Yep.
Yeah, for the Swiss, which is good to see. He's played 7 games now in the playoffs in the QMJHL for the Rimouski Oceanic. They're up 2-1 in their second round series. And he's got 1 point through the playoffs, but he is a +3. He's got 4 penalty minutes. This is kind of the guy I see as more kind of tearing towards probably an AHL career, and maybe as like, a solid AHL career and pop up every once in a while. Maybe similar to like a Jet Wu, but maybe not quite as gritty. But have you heard similar things about him?
Yeah, I just don't. He's one of those big maybes, right? Like you just don't know. He could crack the lineup here and there, maybe filling in for injuries or something down the line. But for right now, just on the depth chart, really looking like he's just going to be buried in the AHL for the duration of his entry level contract.
I mean, the nice thing for him, he is a big boy. He's 6'3". He's 196 pounds already at 18. So picked in the 7th round, so another 7th round defenseman. Maybe he ends up playing a lot of time with Kudryavtsev down there in the AHL, because that would work out. Both 7th round draft picks, that'd be not a bad little pair to have together.
Absolutely. And I mean, it's to see a 7th rounder doing that well, that even getting a shot. I mean, it's just a great work by our scouting crew. I mean, to find those diamonds that late.
It's nice too, because he is Swiss, and so that means he does get a little bit more, because obviously if he was playing for another bigger nation, he probably wouldn't have made the team, but because the Swiss program's still a little bit smaller, he does get that international experience. Parker Alkos playing for the Edmonton Oil Kings. They have been eliminated. They lost in 7 games. It was a very close series. He ended up playing all 7 games, 2 assists. He ended up being a -2, however, and had 4 penalty minutes. Have you heard much about Parker?
I haven't heard much about Parker this season. He's the one that I haven't really been following up on much, but he's still so young that he's going to take time to develop. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and again, good to get some experience, but looks like he's been eliminated now, so he's going to have the summer to get ready for prospect camp next year. And hopefully we get a good look at him right before main camp.
Yeah, 6'3", 180 pounds at 18 years old. He's actually from Port Moody as well, so he's a local boy. So it'd be fun to see him at least get a little sniff of the AHL or something like that. He'll probably spend a couple more years down there in the juniors, though.
Yes, definitely.
My mouse just died.
Uh-oh.
I'm not in control. Okay, I'm back in control. And we did already kind of talk a little bit about these guys last time, Tom Willander and Celebrani. Between the two of them, we know Celebrani's already announced that he will be spending another year down in the college, and we're just still waiting to hear on Tom Willander. But apparently there's slow contract talks going on right now.
Yeah, I mean, there's really no rush to get him here. I mean, where is he going to play? Right. So honestly, those two guys, it's fine. Just leave them in college. Let them finish their year out and worry about it in the summer.
You saw at the end of the list there, Vilmer Eriksson. We'll save him because we'll have to save the Abby Canucks as well for the post game show. So Dustin, enjoy the second and third period, brother.
You as well, and we'll talk to you post game.
Dustin Boydell, everyone, stopping by for the Rusty and Dusty Sideshow. We're into the second period of play between the Vegas Golden Knights and the Vancouver Canucks. 44, 43, 42, 41, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34. Puck behind the net for EP 25. Puck kicked to the middle by Besser. Quinn Hughes collects it, skates through center, puts the puck over for Besser. Besser with a shot. I think that one just went high. Off the end boards and all the way down the ice. Pedersen puts it off the referee. Unfortunately, the ref did not expect that one to come out there. So that's now the 3rd time the puck has hit the official. This is the first time it's inconvenienced the Canucks, though. So we'll call it 2 referee plays for the Canucks and 1 for the Vegas Golden Knights so far. Garland into the corner, puts the puck behind the Vegas net. Hoglander skates behind to try and get it, but the Vegas player does well to move it. Jet woo, says Big Hog Hockey. Mark in the chat, W Streamer. What's up, Mark? How's it going, buddy? And then Swervin, talk about Quinn having 60 assists in 4 straight seasons, only done by Orr, Coffee, and Bork. Isn't that crazy, Swervin? Swervin Irvin re-upping his membership as the Van for Nothing is perfect. Thank you very much, Swervin Irvin. We didn't quite have time to get to your question for Dustin, but I'll make sure I ask him about that during the post-game show for you, buddy. So make sure you stick around for the post-game show, and we'll get the question answered for you then. Whale, says Captain Canuck. Shot goes off the side of the net. Vegas controlling at the Canucks blue line. Top of the circle, slap pass in front. Trying to use the Sedin's moves against us. What the hell, man? That's our move. Dakota Joshua for Sherwood. Sherwood hits center ice. Puts the puck in. Puck gets knocked off his stick, though. But he does well to forecheck. Battles the puck into the corner. Gets cross-checked headfirst into the boards, but he gets back up. That's good to see. Oh, okay, Calvin. 100 points for McDavid. Only 66 days played this year. Only 66 games at 100 points. That's wild. Coach Rob Willie, the lady said to the guy, there is only one chance in a million that I'll date you. He said, so you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah. Coach Rob Willie, he's seen Dumb and Dumber. That's a classic movie. Hachiko, last Rusty and Dusty show of the season. Crying. No, it's not quite the last Rusty and Dusty show of the season, but it's the last Rusty and Dusty show of the regular season. And Jazz is just like crying, wiping away the tears. Mike Torrance, Lloyd, a keg and a straw. Hey, Lloyd. Is he's gone. Lloyd, are you back there, or did the whale finally take you out? Oh, it looks like the whale might have taken him out. Crystal's Palace, go Leafs. Leave Lloyd alone, says Jazz. Mohammed, let's go Canucks. Blue, white, green, blue, white, green, blue, white, green. KJ Brazy squared. The cashier at the concession gave me 50% off my whole bill. Because you're squared? Why did you get 50% off? What'd you do? Mark in the chat, I low-key forgot that we have a first this draft. Odds we trading it away? I'd give it like a 97% chance that they're going to trade their first round pick away. Looks like the Vegas Golden Knights have, what have they done? Theodore didn't like his shot, I guess. He looks really upset. Farhan is very negative, not going to lie. Yeah, Big Hog, you're right. Mike Torrance. Bester says maybe. His agent sat. I'm on the phone. Calvin 99 Charlie, 1000%. We trade it for something worse. Patrick isn't no Berkey. Says. Big Hog Hockey. Oh, okay. So Mike Torrance says, Bester says maybe. His agent says, I'm on the phone. Crazy how the Canucks had the best GM and the worst coach in the 90s. Isn't that weird? How did that happen? Mike Chow. One could argue that Brock Besser underperformed his contract several times at $6.5 million. Yep. Ooh, puck into the front. Canucks can't get it though. Kudryavtsev with a shot. That one gets blocked. Offer him $9 million for 4 years. Says Minor Dow. 8x8 with 5-year no movement clause. That might not be bad. Beers. Yeah, offer him beers. Give him another year at 6. Give him another year at 6 years for $8 million. So 6 years for $8 million? You're okay with that? Max Sasson skates into the zone and collects the puck. DeBrusque leaves it for Sasson. Sasson rips it around behind the net for Besser. Besser stops in the corner. Skates up to the face-off dot. Tries to put a puck back to the point, but it gets deflected. And Hronek will have to back check into his own zone into the corner. And plays it terribly like he usually does. And the Canucks don't have the puck now because Marcus Pettersson and Hronek cannot do with that. And then Lankinen's like, I'm a baseball player. And he catches it. You're out. Oh, damn. Dusty's got bars tonight. Yeah. I mean, he does a lot of the time. Zoro Rosario, 8 for 5. How about 5 for 8? I'm down for that. Couple of kids dressed up as Elvis in Vegas Golden Knights jerseys. Guess there's a lot of Vegas Golden Knights fans. Michael Chow, if I'm Alvin, I'm telling Brock, you go out there and see what you can get. But before you sign on the dotted line, give me a call. Oh, no. Connor Garland taking a penalty. Apparently, they're calling that tripping. That seems kind of dumb. Like two guys just collided and one guy went down. How is that our fault? Canucks fan 94, Brock is not worth 8 years. It will be sad to see him go, but he does. Lecker will need to step up. Correct. Check Heedle. It's most likely Besser's last contract, so he wants to guarantee home run contract for 8 years. Fair enough, Rom. The Canucks come out shorthanded into the Vegas zone. Bluger and Suter are out there. And then the Canucks put the puck back into their own center. And then Marcus Pettersson puts it out to center. The Canucks are just playing keep away on this shorthanded. This PK is looking real good. Suter putting it back into his own zone. Marcus Pettersson plays it over for Hronek. Hronek plays it up the boards. And Suter has the puck go by him. And then Schmid stops it behind his own net. 1:20 left to go in the power play for Vegas. Michael Chow, Brock Besser's body will be ragdoll in 8 years. Yep. Preds beat the Stars 5-1. That's pretty hilarious. Theodore at the line puts it down to the half boards for Eichel. Eichel puts it down into the corner. Back up to Eichel on the half boards. He puts it back to Theodore on the point. With a shot. I think it went wide. Wah might have tipped it a bit, but I think it went wide anyways. Bet he's still got hair in 8 years, though. Yeah. He'll still have the flow. Guaranteed. I think Quinn and Besser go to the same hairstylist. Fair enough. 35 seconds left to go in the power play for the Vegas Golden Knights. Maybe one good chance so far. Looks like they just accidentally came in offside. Whoops! Michael Chow, Gary Wiseman, that just means he won't have a post-hockey future with the organization. That was weird. Yeah, that might be. Gotta lose your hair if you want to go places with the Canucks. Maybe he'll just shave his head. Like Getzlaff. Not being quite as good as Jet Wu isn't exactly shining endorsement. Yeah, fair enough, but he got drafted in the 7th round. I think that was more than anything what I was trying to say about that. Oh my gosh, Lankinen coming back to cover it up. Looks like it went off of a couple of legs or a couple sticks. Bouncing around there, and Lankinen dives across and covers up the puck. The power play is over. Vancouver has killed off 2 Vegas Golden Knight power plays now. And Vegas has 4 shots in the period so far. Suter shoving Holtz out of the way. This is Mike Torrance. Yeah. Real question. Was Juleson better than Wu? I think Juleson's skating was slightly better than Wu. But again, that's not saying much. Big Hog, are you banning Calvin right now? Big Hog, why are you banning Calvin, bro? I want to see Vilmer make it to Abby and smash everyone. He is an Abby. I think he might even be playing. Let's see. He might be playing tonight. Let's have a look, shall we? No, it doesn't look like he's playing yet tonight. But Yuri Patera is back. Yeah, no Vilmer tonight in Abbotsford, but they are playing, so we'll chat about that game once we're done this game. We'll talk about it in the post-game show. In Abbotsford. Go Canucks, go, says Milosh, swerving over. We all love DPD now, but wait till he gets paid and everyone hates him. Such a cycle of being a Canuck. Yep. Bro, Dusty's story's wild. I would never have known all that. Laugh Out Loud Shorty just asked Dave if he's been hit down there on stream. And Dave answered earnestly. The answer is yes. Puck to the front. Saved by Langdon. Hughes clears it up to Sherwood, who chips it out. Ratu tries to come up with it. Sherwood supports and gets it. He steps through his man, does well there, puts it back to the point. Quinn Hughes puts it across for EPD. EPD shoots it one. Now it had some velocity on it. Ends up going just wide off of a leg. EPD keeps it down low. Sherwood puts it over for Joshua. Joshua puts it down for Sherwood in the corner, wraps around the boards. Hughes is there to collect it. He walks the blue line. Oh, and he tries to put it over for Petey, but it goes off the shin pad and out of the zone. Sherwood can't collect that puck. And Vegas moves into the Canucks zone. Swerving over because the time, and again, the Canucks go crazy when a player has one good season and make it rain. Then when it turns out one season was an outlier. Sometimes that happens. Just goes to show you that anyone who you meet has a story that could break your heart. Yep. Oh, man. Sasson with a good chance, but the puck just got past his stick. Quinn Hughes skating over the blue line. Brock Besser got dumped. Quinn Hughes centers it. Brock Besser keeps it at the blue line, puts it down the half boards. DeBrusque puts it into the corner. Max Sasson collects it there. Battling through. He puts it down behind the net. Besser collects it in the corner. Puck comes back to Hughes. Hughes walks the blue line. He turns. He stops. He maintains it, keeps it in. And then Jake DeBrusque or Suter helps Mancini. Mancini keeps it at the blue line now after Besser passed it back to him. The ref was saying something. I think there was a hand pass, and then they changed their minds. Canucks keep it into the blue line again, but it does nothing, unfortunately. Gamer A in for the final game. Welcome back, Gamer A. Thanks for being here for the final Canucks game. So we're good old Dusty for overcoming the adversity. Yeah, good on Dusty. He's a badass. I need a drink, says Zach. So remember, Michael Chow, should we spam the chat with names of Canucks who that happened to, who've taken it in the nuts? Shot goes just off of Lankinen and wide. Backhander, as the Vegas player skates out from behind the net, tries to put it over short side backhand, but Lankinen makes the save. Canucks check it out all the way to center ice. DeBrusque gets it there. He falls and can't get it low, but he gets it over for Connor Garland. He'll chip it down low in the Vegas Golden Knights zone. Learn the rules, says Zach. Kuzmenko, Anson Carter. Swerve Nerman, looks like you don't need my help on this one. Canucks cannot stay on side. Mason Raymond, 2010. Kevin Lankinen calmly giving that pop fly. Yep. Sight looks okay. Hogg got a couple of games going on. Huh. Oh, it went off the post behind Lankinen. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Mike. Man, F all these away fans. When did we become the effing Phoenix Coyotes? No, sadly. Margo Chow, okay, that was a legit tripping call as I've ever seen one. Yep. Lava ref fell. Calvin, if you say that again, I'll ban you. Yes. POV Calvin raising his hand. I did nothing. I'm sorry. Did we break Dallas? We 100% broke Dallas. I'm still here, says Calvin. I warned you. Gary Wiseman. Debbie didn't do Dallas. Vancouver did. Oh, whoops. Shiver me timbers. Did Dobby do Dallas? Dobby could do Dallas. He'd have so much fun down there, just run around with all the cows. You think if the Canucks threw a personal hairstyle, Besser would take $8 million for 5 years? Yeah. But I wonder if he wants a new one. He's probably got one that's good already, right? I'm still here. He ain't standing on business. Rome, my man, how are you? Oh, stop by Schmid and the puck goes over the glass and out of play. Woo! Canucks getting a chance there. Big Hog, I banned him because he called me a bad YouTuber. Abuse of power, Big Hog. Hurt my feelings. I said L YouTuber, not bad. Laugh out loud. Realm Swerve Nervin. Doing well, thanks. I hope all is well with you too. Michael Chow. Vilmer is in the OHL. Stop wasting brain cells trying to find him on Abby. No, he is with the Abby Canucks. He has been assigned to the Abbotsford Canucks, Michael Chow. He just is not playing. I swear, bro. I swear, bro. Do they have their scratches on here? I'm not crazy, bro. Wow. My wife says, yeah, well, I mean, maybe a little bit. Ain't that the same thing, says Big Hog? Someone ban Hoggy for abuse of power. I'm all right. KJ Brazy. Squared. Laugh out loud. JK's chillin', says Swervin. I'll ban you, KJ. Laugh out loud. Nah, you're just an L. That's all. If you was bad, I'd unsub. Laugh out loud. I'm going mad with power. Jazz. Actually, it's not the same thing to my calculations. Nerd. Swerve and Irvin. Rome plans for the playoffs? Question mark. But you go Big Hog, more like Ban Hog. That's probably true. Rome, Swerve and Irvin. I was thinking about joining a couple of hockey pools, including Clay's. Rome, Swervin, how about yourself? Not cheering for another team? Question mark. Yes, sir, Chico. Mr. O'Neill. Getting a standing ovation from the crowd. You'll love to see it. 45 years as the Vancouver Canucks equipment manager. That's absolutely wild. What a badass. Big smile on his face. Gary Wiseman. Elias and Elias need to play a game of rock, paper, scissors this offseason to decide who gets to keep their name. Loser uses their middle name. Or we just go, maybe we should just change them both to the middle names. We'll call them Frederick and Niels. Patty O'Neill doing the white, waving the white towel. Rome, Swerve Nervin. Oh, I might cheer for Winnipeg. Zach says, go Canucks, go! Swerve Nervin says, yuck. He's going to throw up if you cheer for the Winnipeg Jets. Gary Wiseman, I've had enough of Elias and Elias on TV, radio commentary. Still can't figure it out. Elias, what's so hard? It's Elias Pettersson and Elias Pettersson. There's a huge difference there, Gary. Get your shit together. Go Jets, go, says Jazz. KJ Brazy squared. If I get banned, I'm subbing and funding another stream. That would be fair. Big Hog, stop abusing your power. You can't ban people because they hurt your feelings. Go Leafs, go, says Zach. Rome, Swerve Nervin. I'll cheer for which team wins me my pool. Fair enough. Michael Chow, Gary Wiseman. Imagine if EP40 come back for training camp only to find E. Pettersson on the back of his jersey. Because it's funny that they have M. Pettersson. Why do they need it to be M. Pettersson? They have a 29 there too. Eichel into the zone. High slot, Lankinen with a beautiful save. Oh my gosh. Canucks can't cover the slot again, and Lankinen bails them out. Oh my goodness, keeping it a 1-0 game. Vegas Golden Knights out shooting the Canucks 15-19 right now. Canucks have one shot this period so far. What a save. Jazz, my dumbass friend said soccer is harder than hockey. I mean, they have to play for 90 minutes. I guess that's not quite as bad, eh? Swerve never been cheering for a different team and watching them win the cup. Might as well get another man to bang my wife. What? Seems dramatic, swerving. Michael Chow laughing and crying. Or Gary Wiseman laughing and crying. At Michael Chow. Stupid friend, Jazz. For real, says Jazz. Hachiko, why does Russ pronounce coyotes like that? The Phoenix Coyotes? 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 Joking. I'm losing it. Yeah, Hachiko, I'm losing it now. I thought I was the only one that noticed that. What did I do? The Phoenix Coyotes? Vanish, gotta ask a favor. Announce this name like you're announcing a UFC fighty. The Hog Father Niels Big Hog Hoglander. Is that pretty good, Vanish? What do you think? The Hog Father Neil Hoglander. Rome, Swerve, Nerve, and laugh out loud. As the playoffs progress, I eventually get caught up cheering for some team, even if I didn't plan on it. How about this, guys? We should have a look at the rosters. Whatever team has the most former Vancouver Canucks on it, that's the one we're going to cheer for. Your batleth looks like antlers. It sure does. Captain Canuck 99. Thank you, Patty. Thank you, Patty. Thank you, Patty. Ratu with a shot. Schmid with the save. Calvin 99 Charlie. I thought that hand with circles around your eyes was hi ho silver away thing from Ace. This one? This is when you have glasses on. Nerd. Lloyd, get me Coors Light. You're too young to have a Coors Light, buddy. I'll get you a Shirley Temple, though. Yo, Emmanuel got his membo. Yeah, look at that. Captain Canuck with his membership. Big Hog Hockey, 45 years. My God, hope I'll last that long. Calvin and Charlie. Ventura, Ace Ventura. Congrats, young fella. Says KJ Brazy. The Patty O'Neill. Like Bluger puts it up to the blue line. Pass over to Mancini. Mancini shoots it. That went off a stick, high and wide, out of play. Mancini cannot score another one for the Vancouver Canucks. Elias is EP40's middle name. Yeah. His first name is Frederick. Calvin and Charlie. Big Hog should get his wrench taken away if he bans another person for abusing the power. Vanish. Blanket and robs the Knights. Yep. In Prickfetti we trust. Go Jets, go. Go Jets, go. Coconuts, go. Joe, go Jets, go. Coconuts glow. Go Jets, go. Coconuts glow. Great save, Lanky. Great save, Lanky. Great save, Lanky. Great save, Lanky. Big Hog Hoggy. I will not stop abusing my power. You put me in a position, Russ. This is your fault. Crying, laughing, and crying. Man, your emotions are all over the place there, Big Hog. Freddie, says KJ Brazy. Captain Canuck 99. Yep, KJ, I got 13 days left on my membership. Woo! Calvin NHL. I bet Petey got picked on is why he changed his name because he was called Frederick. He's blocked on my other account. Hi, Russ, says Shrek. What's up, the Shrek? How's it going, friend? How was your shift today? Let's go, the Hogfather, baby. It's Arizona Coyotes, not Phoenix Coyotes. They put Phoenix in the chat, man. I was just reading the chat. I know it's Arizona. It used to be Phoenix, though, bro. The Phoenix Coyotes. The Shrek! Emmanuel, they were the Phoenix Coyotes before you were born. Correct. There we go. Gary's got my back. Don't have a rink, Coyotes. Jazz, when I was at Canucks versus Utah Hockey Club, someone was yelling, "Hughes, your daddy!" That works well. Jazz laughing and crying. In Prickfetti, we trust. Jets and Canucks have mutual bond with the Moose. The most Moose players are now or were Canucks. Yep. Hughes with a shot saved by Schmid. Hey, Dobby. Dobby, come. Hey, come here, fluffy boy. Come on. Oh. Look at what I found, everyone. It's a sleepy little monkey. Muhammad with a random $5 dono. It's a high five. High five, Muhammad. Thank you very much for the $5 dono. We appreciate it. Muhammad in the chat. Almost every game this year. Donating $5 to Dobby's college education. Looks like he wants to just have a nap right here, huh? Oh, what a nice boy, huh? What a nice boy, huh? Oh no, the Vancouver Canucks need a copy of the rule book, everyone. Maybe they've just had such a long season and they're having a hard time reading. So let's get them the picture book version because they need to learn the rules. Is he going to fall asleep right here? Oh, look at this nice boy, huh? Oh, yes, Dobby. Canucks trying to... Oh! Suter warned in the face-off dot after the icing call. Canucks fail to win the face-off. Vegas with a shot. Lankinen with a save. Another good one. Blocker save. Blockers at the corner. DPD puts it up the boards. Gets past Besser, and then Vegas brings it in, but good play by Suter to knock the puck off that guy's stick. Then DPD puts it right in front of the net, and Lankinen bails him out. DPD, you better tap Lankinen on the pads after that one. You just gave it away 2 feet in front of him. Oh my goodness, Dobby. Are you so tired, huh? How come you're so tired, huh? Why is that? He is literally falling asleep in my arms, guys. Is that not the most precious thing you've ever seen? That team with ex-Canucks might be Florida. Yeah, you're probably right about that one. There was a bunch of Canucks on that team. Russell, am I grumpier than the first time I showed up in your streams? No. You're like me. You go backwards and forwards. Sometimes you're happy. Sometimes you're annoyed. Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness. You want me to pet you more, huh? Like, Father, why did you stop petting me, huh? Swervin, I would say that you are sometimes grumpy and sometimes you're happy. But that's normal. Colin with a shot. Schmid with a save. Puck goes behind the net. Hoglander behind the net. Okay, fine. All right. You want to go? I will give them one quick look at your face. Nice and close. Thank you, Dobby. What a nice boy. To Jungite, who's going to score for the Canucks? Someone to make a statement for the next season. Mancini? I don't know. Discuss. Could be. Ooh, shot goes just wide. Bluger puts the puck behind the net. Tries to flip it over the net, out of the zone. Kind of a weird play from Bluger. Now he's battling Tanner Pearson behind the net. Puck. Mancini stops the puck from getting to the front of the net. Carlson skates it over his own blue line. Passes the middle for Bluger, who puts it back over for Carlson. Carlson puts a backhander just wide of the net, short side. Oh no, Pearson and Bluger both went down. It looks like they collided. They weren't looking at each other. Did Teddy Bluger take one to the face or something like that? They'll get up now, though. Let's see where he got hit. I think their faces collided. Yeah, face first, right into each other. It's an aggressive kiss. Yeah. Pachico, Mancini will score against the Golden Knights. Should be interference. Yeah, Pearson just got in the way. It should be interference. But, of course, the referees are a bunch of fat, stupid, blind idiots, and so they won't make a call. Swerve Nerve chat, if Tocchet walks, would you take Joel Quenneville? No. No to Quenneville, says Rome. Quinn Hughes collects it behind his own net, puts it off the boards, up to Sherwood. Puck gets past him, though. Vegas puts it all the way down to the Canucks zone. And that's going to be icing. Just like that, the Vegas Golden Knights have broken the rule. Okay, Canucks, take the picture book version of the rule book and give it to the Vegas Golden Knights because they need to learn the rules. Michael Chow, I cheer for the Golden Knights in the playoffs because they're neato. Neato. I'm with you, Rome. No to Quenneville. Lloyd, can I have a Shirley Temple, please? I think Lloyd left the building, man. The Shrek. Shifted my mind, so I have to watch you live to get some stress away. Chaotic shift. Seems like it's that every time, eh? The Shrek and me work together. Are you guys jealous? Swerve and Irvin, just wondering what people think. If Hughes scores, type Hughes your daddy in chat. Hughes your daddy. Swerve and Irvin, I would not feel go, but yeah. Ooh, puck hits the skate, goes wide. Vegas manages to carry the puck out, but back check from Joshua has stopped the puck just outside their blue line. And then Vegas intercepts that one in their own zone, and they'll pass it all the way out to center and chip it down the ice onto Lankinen, who will cover it for a faceoff. Santa! Yeah, Muhammad with the $5 dono there. Give me the high five. Good. Says Mike Torrance. In Prickfetti you trust. Dobby, Dobby, Dobby. Dobby in the house. Dobby, Dobby, Dobby. Laugh out. Hughes, your daddy is funny. Tochiko, Dobby, Dobby, Dobby. Hi, Dobby, says Muhammad. Dobby, Muhammad says hello. Captain Canuck says Dobby, Dobby, Dobby. Jazz says Dobby, Dobby, Dobby. Big Hog says Dobby, Dobby, Dobby. Captain Canuck says Dobby, Dobby. Get him off the screen, says Big Hog. Server and says, oh my God, it's Big Mac. No. Dobby, look at that face. Yeah, he's extra pooped. Calvin 99 Charlie. Dobby, Dobby, Dobby. Jazz, learn the rules, learn the rules, learn the rules. In Prickfetti we trust. I heard the rules don't matter on the last game. That might be true. The referees are definitely showing that right now. Puck behind the net. No one knew what it was for a second. And it's right in the spot. I keep on telling the Canucks can't defend. There's Carlson. Vegas has scored. And those kids dressed like Elvis are getting all the screen time tonight. Oh, no, it's Olofsson. The Canucks cannot defend that pass from behind the net. Oh, it's Sassen's guy, I think. Sassen's pointing at his guy. Didn't have anyone. Left all alone. One-timer, boom, back of the net. So William Karlsson gets the assist on the Olofsson goal. The Vegas Golden Knights have tied the game. Mo with $5 dono doesn't say nothing. Our end of year sacrifice is a healthy Dobby. Yeah. Dobby is such a snuggle bunny. Yeah, he sure is. Russell Gorner Holiday, what is the progress on the Orca blankets? Could be a while. There is a couple sleeping right beside the Canucks bench. There's a lady sleeping right beside the Canucks bench. That's funny. Captain Canuck, shut the F up, Big Hog. Dobby forever. Great save, Lanky. Big Hog, look at my previous comment. Calvin and Charlie. Dobby's social battery is spent, eh? Yeah, absolutely. There was another Aussie Shepherd there, so I'm assuming he's exhausted. They were probably playing the whole time. What did you say? Says Big Hog. The Shrek. He is so tired, doesn't even react when you're screaming. I know, right? Yeah, he's sleeping again. Laughing and crying, says Captain Canuck. Big Hog, JK. Sorry, Calvin. Last game for the Canucks, and I am kind of sad. That's fair, Mohammed. Michael Chow. Next season, Russ can get a 3D scan of Dobby's head, then get software to replace his head with Dobby's. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Have me talking and everything. But it would be Dobby's head, like right here. How you do it like this? No, how do you? Oh, there it is. I can't do it. Russ should make a furry Dobby mask. That'd be kind of creepy. I mean, enough of his hair is just sitting around the house that it might be able to be done. It's Mo. It's chill, Mo. I was being David W. and stating the obvious. Bluger kissed the other player. Michael Chow, laugh out loud. I don't think either of them saw that coming. That has to be awkward. I'm blind. I'm deaf. I wanna be a ref. I'm blind. I'm deaf. I wanna be a ref. Accurate. Big Hog and Jazz. Big Hog. Good luck, Vancouver Warriors. In Prickfetti we trust. I'm blind. I'm deaf. I wanna be a ref. They're gonna get swept. Mohammed, it's been an amazing ride with Russell and everyone. Absolutely love each and every moment. Thank you all. Blue, white, green. Blue, white, green. Blue, white, green. Why does it feel like it's the third period? Question mark. Suddenly it's 9 o'clock because the game started late too. It was like 20 minutes late. Fully agree, Mohammed, says Big Hog. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. Michael Chow, Calvin and Charlie, wasn't just you. I was thinking it wasn't the third. It was the third too. The Shrek. I have no knowledge and lose my senses in between games. Can I submit my application to become a referee? Yes. Yes, you can, Shrek. Bring it in with your sunglasses to show that you're not blind. Poop, says Swerve and Irvin. I poop too. Seems we have something in common. Ugh, darn. I was about to say Lanky is on fire. Foo! Yes, the last game of the season is basically the purge. Dang it, says Mohammed. Gary, I think it's almost time for your shower. We need to score. Glad to see Pearson is still playing. Unfortunately, how his time ended in Vancouver. I like him as a player, an empty net specialist. Yep. I pooped too. I crapped bigger than you, Curly. True, says Gary Wiseman. Michael Chow, don't be sad because it's over. Be sad because of all the disappointment. Swerve and Irvin. Reunite Pearson and Toffoli. Yeah, two players we don't have anymore. No, Shrek, I'm not mad at the Canucks. I'm just disappointed. Minor Dow. Being sad for the wrong reasons leads to sadness. Blue, green, white, says Zach. Michael Chow, a natural hat trick in the third would be most Besserian end of his time in Vancouver. Calvin and Charlie. Deadly. Yesterday I went on a 15 kill streak on Battlefield 2042. Okay, kids. Are you ready for spreadsheets? Oh my gosh, do I got spreadsheets for you guys. Oh my goodness. All right. So we're going to do a couple things here. Because if you remember, we did this earlier in the season. So actually, I'm going to get rid of this too here. Get rid of my name there. And the lower there. Yeah, okay. So you can see everything now. Actually, let's put that back on. I like that there. That's fine. So this is the Vancouver Canucks stats after 20 games of play. So in 20 games of play, let's sort by. So look at this. You got 10 players through 20 games that have played all 20 games. And after 20 games, Quinn Hughes is leading the team with 20 points. Connor Garland's got 17. JT Miller has 16 points. So let's hop over. So now this is the Canucks after 40 games. Quinn Hughes still leading the team with 45 points this time. Only having played 36 games, though, because he missed 4 games. But he's still leading the team with 45 points. And then if we look at the Canucks after 60 games, the Quinn Hughes, once again, is still leading the team with 60 points. So you can see 20, 45, 60. All the time leading the team. And then you can see Connor Garland has been the second highest scoring player on the team that whole time as well, which is cool to see. So let's have a look now at the Canucks after 81 games, because this is all the games except for the last one. You guys want me to zoom in, eh? Yeah, I can do that. Make it a little bigger for you. All right. So Quinn Hughes now has 76 points in 67 games. Brock Besser is now taken over second in the team with 50 points, overtaking Connor Garland. So Connor Garland leading, being the second highest scoring player on the team for the majority of the season, but he's also played 80 games. But yeah, Quinn Hughes is 76 points through the first 67 games he played this season. So he will have played 68 games this season after being injured for all those games. Goals wise, the leading scorer on the team right now is Jake DeBrusk, followed by Brock Besser and Pius Suter. And then Connor Garland, Kiefer Sherwood, and both have 19 goals, whereas Quinn Hughes has 16 goals. So if either Connor Garland or Kiefer Sherwood score tonight, it will be their 20th of the season. If we're looking at the Canucks assists, Quinn Hughes, 60 assists in 67 games. That's absolutely ridiculous. The next two players down are 30 assists, Elias Pettersson and Connor Garland, both with 30 assists. Elias Pettersson obviously only playing 64 games, having 45 points in that time. Phil Hronek with 28 assists in that time. And JT Miller still fifth on the team in assists after only playing half the season. Then back to just straight up points. Brock Besser, Connor Garland, Jake DeBrusk, Elias Pettersson, Pius Suter, Kiefer Sherwood, JT Miller, and Phil Hronek, and Teddy Bluger are your top 10 scorers. Teddy Bluger with 26 points. He's in the top 10 on the Vancouver Canucks scoring. When it comes to goal plus minus, Marcus Pettersson now leads the team. He's got a +9. And then Niels Hoglander and Linus Karlsson are both a +5. Karlsson only playing 22 games, so he's a +5 in 22 games, which is a really good thing to see. Quinn Hughes coming in at a +3 in the 67 games he played, so obviously a lot of time spent on the power play. Max Sasson also a +2. So look at this. There's only, how many is this? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11 players on the Canucks that are plus this season. Think about that. Think about that. Penalty minutes wise, who do you guys think takes the penalty minutes lead? It's got to be Tyler Myers, right? Booyah. I knew it. Tyler Myers, 64 penalty minutes and 71 games played. That's a total of 28 penalties taken over the year. So Tyler Myers taking the most penalties and the most penalty minutes for the Vancouver Canucks so far this year. And Tyler Myers obviously not playing today, so he will finish the season with 71 games played. I guess I should also show you guys this. There's only 2 players that have played every game so far this year. Jake DeBrusk, Teddy Bluger. And they're playing tonight, so it'll be only 2 players that have played all the games. Pius Suter and Connor Garland also missed 1 game each, so they'll be at 81. So only 4 players had missed 1 game or less this season for the Vancouver Canucks. And then it falls off there. Pretty wild. Hoglander missed games because he was just sat down sometimes, and he got hurt. Tyler Myers got hurt. Brock Besser got hurt with that concussion. So here's when things get crazy. So total time on ice. So this is the amount of time that a player has played for the Canucks this year. Look at this number. Quinn Hughes has played 28 hours and 38 minutes and 49 seconds for the Vancouver Canucks this season. He has played over an entire day. A day plus 4 hours for the Vancouver Canucks this year. Isn't that crazy? This broke my sheet. These guys all broke my sheet. Connor Garland has played over a day of hockey for the Canucks this year. He's almost played 25 hours of hockey for the Canucks this year. And then Phil Hronek and Tyler Myers are also at just over 23 hours, almost 24 hours. So you got the top 5 guys for the Vancouver Canucks are all 23 hours and more of ice time. So 24 hours on the ice. Pius Suter coming in at 23:07 as well. And then Jake DeBrusk. And look at, even though he's been injured for a lot of the season, Elias Pettersson still comes in with 1954 played. When it comes to averages, obviously that still shakes out pretty much evenly. Quinn Hughes averaging just under 26 minutes a night. Phil Hronek averaging just under 24 minutes a night. Marcus Pettersson has been playing just over 21 minutes a night for the Canucks. And then you got a bunch of guys who are just around the 18, 19 minute mark. Tyler Myers averaging just about 20 minutes. So he plays about a third of the game, which is cool to see too. Average time on the ice for a shift. Quinn Hughes averages 1 minute shifts. Do you see that 10-second drop off too? You got 5 guys at about 50 seconds. And then Quinn Hughes is 11 seconds more than all of them. So he's on the ice for an average of 1 minute and 1 second. The shortest average ice, Mark Friedman, Atu Ratu. No surprise there. Atu Ratu, second shortest shifts after all the times he gets put on the ice to take the face off, and then he has to come right off. Power play time. Have a look at that. Quinn Hughes played on the power play for 4 hours. And then so did Brock Besser. Brock Besser and Quinn Hughes both played 4 hours plus on the power play. Shorthanded wise, who do you guys think is the Canucks leader in shorthanded points or shorthanded minutes? It's Teddy Bluger and Pius Suter. Tyler Myers still way up there too, even though he hasn't played all the games. And then Phil Hronek also with over 2 hours of so you got, these are your main guys here. Kiefer Sherwood also quite up there. So that's your power play penalty kill unit there. Pius Suter, Teddy Bluger, Tyler Myers, Phil Hronek, Carson Soucy, who doesn't play for the Canucks anymore, and then Derek Forbort, who played just over 2 hours. Kiefer Sherwood has been playing a lot there too. When it comes to even strength time, Quinn Hughes has played 22 hours of his season on even strength. Okay, now we're into the shots. So most shots in the season, Quinn Hughes, most shots, 187. He's also got attempted shots that are blocked. He's got 186 shots that were blocked, and he's got 110 shots that were missed. So he had overall 483 total attempted shots. Can you guys guess who's got the highest hits for the season? Look at that. Kiefer Sherwood, 454. That's more than double the guy below him. That is absolutely insane. This is obviously an NHL record. So 454 hits for Kiefer Sherwood this season. Who gave the puck away the most for the Canucks? Quinn Hughes. And you're like, what the heck, Quinn Hughes? Why are you giving the puck away so much? Well, he carries the puck a lot. And that's the thing. It's pretty wild, the amount of time that he's played for the Canucks. How about taking the puck away from the other team? Tyler Myers and Quinn Hughes. Tyler Myers has more takeaways than any other player on this team. Block shots, Tyler Myers. Pretty crazy, right? Tyler Myers, most takeaways, most block shots. Face-off wins, Teddy Bluger with 508 face-off wins, 549 loss, 95 losses, coming in at just over 50%. Pettersson, Elias Pettersson, has 458 face-off wins, but he's got 506 losses. He's 47%. JT Miller still on the list here, 409 face-off wins, which shows you how much. He only played half the season, so he's averaging 10.1 face-off wins per game. He comes in at 58.6%. And then if you look at it too, face-off wins wise, then it's Pius Suter and Aatu Räty. Aatu Räty's been moving up there. Let's look at it as a percentage as well. Phil Hronek only took one face-off in his career. He's 100% in his entire career, which is pretty crazy. Archie Bains took 4. And then the main guys, if you look at it, obviously JT Miller, very, very good, but also really, really nice to see Aatu Räty coming in at just under 58% in the face-off dot. And like I said, I was talking about this a little bit. How do we feel about Dakota Joshua as a center? Because he's 55% in the face-off dot. And it's not that many, right? Like he's 22 wins, 18 losses. But that's not bad. And then Bluger, like I said, at 50.65. And then Hedl was also decent. He was 80 and 81, right? So not bad. Pretty crazy stuff. So, like we did last time, not only have we looked at the overall stats like you did here for the Vancouver Canucks this year, I also wanted to look at the Canucks in the last 20 games. So remember what I said. The very first time I've seen this on any of the sheets that I have created, kids, it's pretty wild. For the first time ever, Quinn Hughes is not at the top. And I mean, he hasn't played the same amount of games, but in the last 21 games, the two highest scoring players on the Vancouver Canucks are Pius Suter and Kiefer Sherwood. Can you believe that? Pius Suter and Kiefer Sherwood are the two highest scoring Canucks in the last 21 games. I mean, Quinn is number 3. Phil Hronek has 15. Brock Besser has 14. Jake DeBrusk has 13. So in the last, that's the thing. Look at this too. Everyone's like, oh, PD. PD played 10 games in the last 21. He's got 10 points. So he was playing at a point a game before he got injured to end his season. Goals in the last 21 games. Pius Suter and Brock Besser, Jake DeBrusk, your top 3 guys. Pius Suter with 8 goals in his last 21 games. Assists wise, Quinn Hughes, 14 of his 16 points were assists. Phil Hronek with 13 assists. Kiefer Sherwood, 11 of his 17 points were assists, which is good to see. And then Suter with 9 assists. Connor Garland with 9 assists, and Marcus Pettersson with 9 assists. Oh man, let's have a look at this. Marcus Pettersson at a +8 in the last 21 games. Niels Big Hog Hoglander's a +6. Tyler Myers a +5. Linus Karlsson +4. How about the worst? Oof. Quinn Hughes is a -7 in his last 17 games. That's gross. Connor Garland, Phil Hedl, Brock Besser, Jake DeBrusk, all not good enough. Minuses in their last, look at that. In the last 21 games, there is 10 people that are a minus. But if we're looking at it from the other side of things, the Canucks have 11 people that are a positive. So if we compare and contrast that to the overall for the entire year, so we only had 9 people that were a positive overall. And then in the last 21 games, we have 11 people that are a positive. So that's got to be a good sign, right? Penalty minutes, Connor Garland coming in with 19 in his last 20 games. Phil Hronek coming in pretty close behind him at 18. And then Teddy Bluger and Dakota Joshua also with 16 penalty minutes in the last 21 games. What about ice time? Phil Hronek has played 8 hours and 30 minutes in the last 21 games. That's a lot of time. Quinn Hughes has played less, but he's also played fewer games, 4 less games, in fact. Here's the number. Like Marcus Pettersson, 7 hours. Pius Suter, 7 hours. This is the one that's crazy. In the last 21 games, Quinn Hughes is averaging 27 minutes and 34 seconds a game. So he has been playing extra. When they said, let's ease him back into it, suddenly he's playing more than his season average, which came in at 25:39. He's playing an extra 2 minutes almost. Which is pretty wild, right? Okay, kids, I hope you enjoyed the season finale of Stats. Very cool stuff. We're going to be doing more of this next year as well. And I'm going to be flushing the sheet out a little bit more. So it should have even more stats for everyone to check out, because I know you guys love the stats. All right, let's get back to the bar. They're just going to be lining up at center here pretty quick to get the third period underway. The last third period of the regular season for the Vancouver Canucks. Puck has been dropped. 54, 53, 52, 51, 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42. So Besser will not be with the Canucks anymore. We don't know yet. Schmid comes out to play it. Sasson tips it down into the corner. DeBrusque comes in to help him out. That one goes off of a stick and over the glass, looks like. So the faceoff will be in the Vegas zone. The Shrek, we don't know. More recently, Brock Besser said, I don't know what's going to happen, so should be interesting to see. But we'll have to wait. Maybe he ends up signing somewhere else, but he could also sign here. I think Besser could resign if he wants to. Yeah, Minor Dow, you're right. Michael Chow, BF 1942 and BF2 were the shizzy. Battlefront. Kevin and Charlie, spread cheeks. No, spread sheets, buddy. Spread sheets. Nerd. Michael Chow. Holy cow, man. Give me a chance to grab a microscope so I can read the text. Hoglander fanned on a shot in the high slot. How many shots did the Canucks end up in that last period? They had 5 shots in the last period. Canucks allowing some sketchy things to happen in the slot. Hoglander off the glass and out. Kevin and Charlie. Zoom, please. My eyesight is 10 out of 10, but it's too small to read, Russ. Someone teach Russ how to make PowerPoint slides about this. There's a lot of data. I don't think it would make any difference. I just zoomed in. Hopefully that made it better for you guys. Ratu stick explodes. And Vegas says, ice the puck because they're a bunch of idiots and they don't know the rules. Learn the rules. Learn them. Gary Wiseman, Russ definitely did a certificate in Microsoft Excel or some equivalent qualification. Gary, I did not. I just make it up as I go along. Whenever I want to do something in Google Sheets, I'm just like, hey, Google, how do I do this in Google Sheets? Calvin and I try that. Or maybe Gary, just maybe, he's just a massive nerd for stats. They're on to me. They know I'm a nerd now. Yeah, we have a 50-point forward. Wasn't sure we would have one this season. Yeah, thank goodness. Thank goodness it finally happened. 150-point scorer. Yeah, we got 2 now because Connor Garland got a point tonight, right? Yeah, Connor Garland got the assist. So we now have 2 players that have 50 points. MPD is a beast. Yeah, really good defensive defenseman. Michael Chow, sigh. This is such a lost season. JT Miller's points right now. Yeah, he's still on the list. Laugh out. 64 penalty minutes leading the team used to be that you'd have to get in the mid 100s or 200s to lead the team. Yep. Russ, did you input all this data? I did. In the next commercial break, I'll show you how I did it. O'Connor in. Fans puts it in front anyways, and then another fan on a pass. Kudratsev puts it down the boards. Bluger puts it back for Kudratsev. Kudratsev with a shot. That one gets deflected in the corner. Goes off a referee again. Kudratsev. Canucks trying to come up with the puck in the Vegas corner. 2-on-1 coming back the other way for Vegas. Riley Smith with a shot. Did they put Tolopilo in? I think Tolopilo's in that now. Yeah, Tolopilo started the third period. I guess they're giving him another period there. Quinn off 2 games for 69. Rip. Laugh out loud. Yeah, absolutely. To Jungite, Dobby has a yard and a Forrester run in shit, JK. It's BC. Yeah. Dobby has a whole backyard that is British Columbia. Hoglander tries to cut to the middle. Couldn't get the puck to come with him. Puck comes up in the air, comes down right behind the net for Hoglander. They put it back to the point. Quinn Hughes spins. He spins again. Walks the line. Shot to the front. Rebound comes out front. Hoglander couldn't come up with it. Connor Garland trying to come up with that puck. Puck comes out to center. Tolopilo makes another save and covers the puck. Ooh, yeah, Tolopilo in net. Kevin and Charlie. Ugh, why is Susie on the spread cheeks? Oh, off Tolopilo's head. Oh no, that was Lankinen. Lankinen took 2 pucks to the face this game. Daniel Sprong, laugh out loud. Those were the days. Remember when we thought it was a good signing? Wonder what we'll get for those future considerations. In Prick Fetty, we trust. I think Hellebuck played over 60 hours going on day 3. Yeah. I mean, the goalies get way more ice time, obviously, because they played the whole game pretty much. Joshua can't handle that pass in the high slot. That would have been a really good chance, but puck rolled off his stick. Little drag move by Vegas. Can't get to the net, though. Gets stopped in the low slot. Puck to the middle. Sherwood passes just outside the blue line. Ratu loses it. Sherwood collects it. Brings it into the blue line. Tries to keep it in. Puck comes out. Puck goes back in. Hughes looking to the front. Teddy Bluger to go into the front. Quinn Hughes trying to get an assist there. Couldn't get it. Now he walks. He falls. And then Wah coming through for Vegas. Good poke check from Quinn Hughes, though, so it stops the danger. But Vegas puts the puck across. Carlson there trying to check his man. Bluger's there. Puck behind the net for Vegas. Hughes trying to stay with his man. Puck goes off the side of the net. Tolopilo poked at it. O'Connor tries to pass up for Bluger. No icing, apparently. I don't know why it's no icing. Bluger was calling to the ref. Please don't make it icing. Please don't make it icing. I don't want Russ to talk about learning the rules. Ratu has 9 points. Not bad. Yep. Not bad at all. Actually has 11 points for the season. He's got 9 points in his last little bit of the season here. which is good to see. Susie spreading cheeks would be inappropriate. Yep. Calvin and Charlie. Shot. Everybody. Sherwood. Stats for an iPad time. Tyler Myers, my glorious king. Oh, shot goes high. Puck gets by Garland. 2-on-1 coming back the other way. Hronik's back. Off the post on the 2-on-1. Puck comes all the way out to center. Woo! Pacheco loves Tyler Myers. Tyler Myers is like Mr. Tickle with his long reach and stick. What the hell is Mr. Tickle? That's a great question. You know, Mr. Tickle, says Michael Chow. Mr. Men Books Calvin, says Gary Wiseman. Calvin and Charlie. Mr. Tickle tries and touch, and he's getting knocked out. Oh, Vegas scores. Tolopilo gets beaten. Cut to the random Vegas Golden Knights fans. I thought Jake Vertan was Mr. Tickle. Phil Hronik, face-off king. 100% in the face-off dot. Tolopilo probably want that one back. Unless that went off of Hronik's stick. But I think that one just went just past his glove. Good chat. Good chat. With girls, maybe. That's hilarious. I'd put Hronik in the face-off before I even think about PD. Laugh out loud jokes. Let's go 999 Juice World. Season 1 of Andor is on YouTube. What? They put it on YouTube? I still haven't gotten around to watching season 1 of Andor. Tolopilo and that question mark. Best Star Wars series, I think. I don't know why they put. Maybe did Lankinen get hurt when he got hit in the head, or are they just doing this because it's a preseason game? What the fuck? Tolopilo and net. Interesting. Tolopilo. Tolopilo. Wait, what do you mean? Tolopilo is in goal to start the third. 12-12 times Toronto. What's up, says Noah. Cancun on 3, y'all. Baby oil, says Gary Wiseman. Leave Noah, I hate you. YPU. Calvin and Charlie. If Tolopilo wins the game, he gets the win because it's tied. I learned that today with Flowers' last game. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so Swervin asked about the spreadsheet data. So I put it in like this. So on the Canucks, on the NHL website, they have the event summary for every game. So you got all of the information for the Canucks for their total time on ice, shorthanded time, average time, or shifts, blah, 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 block shots, all the information, goals, assists, all that kind of stuff, right? And then I take that and I put all of that. So this is the first game of the year, the second game of the year, and you got all of them. So then what I do is I make the sheet, break up all this information and times and stuff, and it converts it into manageable minutes and seconds. And then I take that, and the computer then takes all of the individual names and aligns their stats with their individual names. So it adds up all of their time on ice in minutes and seconds, and then it adds it all up. So it does all this maths, all these things. Look at all this stuff, eh? And it breaks it all down into manageable stuff, and then that goes into this sheet, which then makes it so I can sort it. So you can look at it and be like, oh, who's got the highest even strength time this season? Or who has the best plus minus this season? Not bad, right? Oh, Howden. It's the stick into DPD. Hooking something. All right, back to the bar. Enough with the spreadsheets. But yes, Swervin. It's not like I individually put everything in there, but yeah, I copy and paste all the stats off the NHL website. Back to the point for Hughes. Hughes walks the blue line, puts it over for Connor Garland. Garland takes a shot. That one goes off a shin pad and goes wide of the net. Connor Garland putting it back to the blue line, but past Quinn Hughes. because you don't lock in. What the diddy? Noah Borneo, who are you haves and haves nots on the Rangers? Says Swerve Irvin. DeBrusque ran into the referee. So the referee got in the way, and now the Vegas Golden Knights have skated the puck out because classic referees getting in the way like a bunch of blind, stupid idiots. Lock in. No, you don't. Have, I don't know. Have nots, I don't know. Jazz wants to fight. Jazz and Noah are going to fight again. 1 minute and 8 seconds left to go in the power play for the Canucks. Pass up for Suter. Suter walks over the blue line, gives it over for Sherwood, who puts it over for Hughes. Hughes puts it back for Sherwood. Puts it down low to the half boards. Besser stands there. Looks across. Skates up and down a little bit. Puts it back up to the high slot for Hughes. Hughes puts it down for Besser. Besser can't handle the pass. Besser then puts a pass down to Connor Garland, but it's off. And the puck gets cleared all the way down the ice with 35 seconds left to go in the power play. Sam Rosen, final day tomorrow. Trade everyone. JT Miller. Keep everyone. Yeah, trade everyone. Why is this game on TNT? Tariffs? Question mark. Jazz bans a make her dance. Bans a make her dance. Only Hughes clapping. I'm just popping bands. I'm confused. Is that a song? Tara, what? OV, 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 says Jazz Muhammad. Love the Canucks' young energy. Zad had 145 penalty minutes. Yep. He did. He had a lot of penalty minutes for the Canucks. Or no, that was for Boston this year, right? I kind of want Big Zed back. And also Lindholm. Ovi's wash, says Noah. Imagine like he didn't have a mask. Holy. Yep. Love Ovechkin. Michael Chow. Jazz, the shots used to be a lot lower back before curved stick blades. Yep. Canucks did not get a shot on their power play. Lanky 32, Tolopilo in goal now. I heard his name on the radio. Yep, he is Lanky 32. They've pulled you. They pulled Lanky and they put in Tolopilo. Big Hog, any chance the Canucks can send Hughes down to the AHL for the playoffs? No, they cannot. He does not have an AHL contract. Jack Eichel tipping it like a foot in front of Tolopilo. And Vegas has scored to make it 3-1. Calvin and I tried Lanky and net. I thought it was Coffee Guy. No. It is Tolopilo in net. Yes, Lanky 32. Did Talkit not tell you? Michael Chow, you can tell it's Tolopilo because of the snazzy pads. Yeah. Oh, it's a double deflection. Triple deflection? There, coach just challenged it. Might have been a high stick. Calvin, no, they just showed a replay of Lanky. Lanky is, why did you leave? Did you get injured? I hope not. Quinn Hughes back checking like a wild beast going in for the kill. I want Quinn. If Quinn wants Talkit back, then you re-sign Talkit. Simple as that in my eyes. Gary Wiseman, pads look retro from the broadcast viewpoint. Kudratsev just murdered number 70's ankles. Yes. 2-1 Vegas. Poop. Tulosivo. Hee hee. Tulosivo. Vegas scores. Vegas goal. Let's go. No. Tila Pilo. My guy scored. I didn't have me in the sentence. Rip. Laugh out loud. That's my guy that scored. I know him. Dang it. Ugh. Matt, last period of the season. Don't care, says Gary Wiseman. Gary Wiseman may as well get the golf clubs out. Play the third with putters. Marcus Pettersson taking a penalty. He's laughing about it. Follow the bouncing puck. Accept the PP point man who gets the driver. Fair enough. Yeah, it'd be hard to put it in from the point. The goal was the Stanley Cup champion Ben Hutton's first assist of the season. Oh, really? It was. Ben Hutton. It was his first. He's got his first and second assist so far. Got his first assist on the Dorofeyev. And then his got an assist on the Jack Eichel goal too. So Ben Hutton getting his first 2 assists of the season. Does he have a goal? He does not. Ben Hutton. Those are his first 2 points of the season so far. Kind of funny. PP Canucks. Canucks PP. Big PP. Well, glad to meet you all. Been a foobish season. Rubbish season. Hope to see you next season for the roller coaster ride. Foonish. Funish. Okay, funish. Funish season. Yeah, Mike Torrance. Well, we are going to be live during the playoffs, so you do feel like stopping by. Make sure you come by and say hi anyways. Back to the bar. Can you get just all the from Hockey DB or hockey? I do get it all from NHL.com. Yeah, all of it's just NHL.com. It's literally all of that stats all came from this right here. Just your normal event summary sheet. I plan on doing more, but there hasn't been much time this year. But all this stuff, like I can use all of this data. They've got it all spelled out here for me, which is pretty cool. Back to the bar. Lefty all around. Imagine Quinn playing in the playoffs for Abbotsford. 2 to 3 points a game with a few 4-pointers and 5-pointers sprinkled in. Reference. Is he eligible to do that? No, he cannot. Canucks get the puck all the way down the ice again. Marcus Pettersson getting called for hooking on Schwitt. Left it around. Well, USA chances have gone way up winning gold if Quinn decides to play for Team USA. I don't think he'll go and play. Are you talking about the World Championship? I don't think he'll play at the World Championship. Ooh, he got hit in the DPDs. Tolopilo makes a save, covers it up. In the World Hockey Championships. I don't think he's going to go play. I think the only one you might see play for Team USA from the Canucks would be Connor Garland. To Jungite, Tolopilo's in net because Demko got scummed. We're not going to get scummed anymore. Furiosa! Is that from the Furiosa movie? Or is that from the original one, Mad Max? DPD got speared in the D. Swear jar. Swervin Irvin. In 2012-13 lockout, Taylor Hall, Jordan Amberley, and Schultz played a bunch of AHL games. Weird. Huh. I wonder if that's because they were younger, eh? Hachiko would gladly let Mancini spear him. What? Man, that puck went just wide. Tolopilo full splits. Water to the front of the net. Tolopilo will cover it up. Canucks will box out well. Maybe Besser is just over the hill like Lindholm was last year. Just saying. Gary Wiseman. Damn right. Laugh out loud, Gary Wiseman. Michael Chow. This is the most unpower play, playish power play ever. Poop. 3-1 Vegas. Hell of a season. Hachiko crying. Time to pull the goalie. Oh shit, says Zach. Dang it. Muhammad. Swerve Irvin. Great ending for Besser. Time as a Canuck crying. Gary Wiseman. Hughes had earned every minute of his offseason. Yep. Playing over 27 minutes a game for the last 21 games. It's wild. Michael Chow, that was a pretty wicked deflection. A lot of goalies would have let that in. Yeah. No chance for Tolopilo on that one. Tolosivo. Not me. Left ear around that. Could be good lyrics for a song. Which one? I hope Besser doesn't have a signature 3 goal comeback. Winky face. Vegas leading 3-1. 20 seconds left to go in their power play. 6:48 left to go in the third period. Shot goes wide. Lefty around. Besser's only hope is to play with JT Miller again. To me, he is looking a little washed up. Pass across into the skates of the Vegas player, so he didn't manage to get a good chance off of that. He would have the empty net to shoot on there. Power play's over. Quinn Hughes Gets the puck up to the blue line for Marcus Pettersson, who puts it across the zone. And O'Connor chips it in. Sherwood moves in on the forecheck. Throws a hit on Pietrangelo. Vegas is playing HL Canucks. Yep, pretty much. Mohammed, you're right. Besser let things outside of his hockey life affect the way he plays on the ice at times. Huh. Lefty all around. That's not good. Michael Chow, lefty all around. Well, your dad getting dementia and dying kind of puts a crimp on things. Yep. Canucks beat out the icing call. Can't get it back to the blue line, though. Give it away, and Vegas moves out. Shot right to the front of the net. That one went off Tolopilo and back to the corner. Vegas collects it off the rebound. Starting to feel like the last time we played Vegas, where they just took over the third period. Agreed. Connor Cahill. This game is just epitomizes everything about the season. Looks like schoolboys against Vegas. I feel like every single game Vegas are happy to play the way they have and win while barely trying. Good save, Tolopilo. A Chico, if you think about it, the season was a success. It brought us all together from across the world. $5 dono from Hachiko. I appreciate you donating to Dobby's college fund, Hachiko. Thank you very much. And yeah, who would have thought? Just a bunch of Canucks fans and a bunch of other people who are not Canucks fans hanging out, watching hockey together. And that's kind of what this turned into, isn't it? It's weird, eh? Thank you, Hachiko. I appreciate that. $5 dono coming in from Hachiko. You are a starving student? I appreciate that because I know things can't be easy when you're a student down there. But what is bothering him now? To me, he is playing terribly lately. I wouldn't sign him for any more than $4.5 million for 3 years. Yeah, then we won't get him, right? Swerve Irvin. Quinn playing in the Worlds before he was drafted. Yep. But I think he's gonna skip this year. People across the board want Besser to stay. I'm going to be honest. I don't really care if he does or not. He's had such a below average season. Yeah. Swear jar, Zach. And does he really want 8x8? Judas Priest, I'd berate him like made for that. I'd berate him like that, like made for that. Tolopilo always looks stoned. Yeah. Kind of looks like the sloth guy from, sloth from, was it Ice Age? Right? Am I wrong? Tolopilo? Sloth. Tolopilo? Sloth. No, just me? Maybe. Back to the bar. Connor Hill. If I were CEO, to me, O'Connor has to go, but get something for him. Perks of playing in BC, Swervin. Yep. If you live in BC, you get a contact high. 4:20 left to go in the third period. Connor Hill, I just think Tocchet can count his lucky stars. He will still have a job here because serious questions have to be asked of him. Mike Torrance, please vote in our federal election if you can. Yep, get out and vote, kids. Connor Hill, there's just so ugly to watch at times. True. Lefty around, try to see what you can get for Hoglander. Really? You want to give away Hoglander, Lefty? Tolopilo looks stoned. Nah, next year. Here. Are you saying Tolopilo is coming up to Vancouver so he can specifically get stoned, or like, what's the deal? I did not feed the dog. Oh my God, it's 9:40 and Dobby hasn't been fed. He's gonna die, everyone. He's gonna die. His food is 40 minutes late. Poor little bugger. He's back up and moving. Any word on Lanky? No, I think they just took him out because they want to get Tolopilo in again. Let's go Leafs, says Zach. Hell yeah, Hachiko. Exactly, says Big Hog. I will be here for the playoff streams, but it felt fitting to say this at the end of the Canucks season. Thank you very much, Hachiko. I appreciate that. It was also awesome having you come on live from the games down in LA. So, yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for saying that, Hachiko. It means a lot. I didn't think this year was going to go this way. I thought I would be broadcasting to nobody, or maybe I would end up having my wife just turn on her YouTube, and then she could just be my only viewer, her and my mom. But we've met all you beautiful people, and we've been here for a lot of these games, and it's been a lot of fun getting to know you kids. Trade Myers for first rounder, no less. Laugh out loud. Yep, well said. Lefty all around. I love Tyler Myers. We'll sure miss him. Tyler Myers will still be here. The Canucks have pulled the goalie. 2 minutes left to go in the third period. Faster behind the net. Put the puck over to the corner. Suter over Garland. Garland shoots. Schmid makes a save. Mohammed. Thank you, Chico. I absolutely agree with you. Woo! Mohammed agrees. Michael Chow. Myers for Macklin celebrating. Yeah, I think they might do that trade, right? Big Hog Hoggy. Hachiko only likes big players like Mancini and Myers. Why? Almost because they're both big. Myers Besser writes to play in the NHL for TNT in Buffalo. Laugh out loud. I'd say this to his face if I ever got the chance, Russ. And TNT, that's Thomas, right? Put Joshua out there on the trade market. See what is out there. There has to be a major shakeup next year. Minute 40 left to go in the third period. Canucks with the goalie pulled. Tip the puck into the Vegas zone, and they intercept it at center. And they're going to shoot it right into the gaping cage of the Vancouver Canucks. Been scored on. First career goal for the Vegas Golden Knight on an empty net. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. See you next year, Canucks, says Zach. Here we go in the final minute. Show old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind. Hoglander drives for the outside 100% of the time, never drives for the net. Big Hog Hoggy Rush, should I post my Niels Hoglander Screams video today or tomorrow? Today, do it today. I want to watch today. Connor Cahill, Zach McNally, Leafs, I guarantee you did not want the Senators. If you got hit by a car, you would be stoned too. Could be. Izod in the chat. Welcome, Izod. Lefty all around. I said, see what we can get for Hoglander. If not enough value, then he stays. Fair enough. Zachary, Leafs, Brady, Chuck may end up giving you nightmares. Yep. You're right. Zach, you might be scared. This is the part where Russ gives thanks to his producers and camera operators, etc. Yeah, thank you, Dobby, for operating the camera this year. Can we get hearts in the chat for Russ? Thank you, Chico. Yeah, I saw those hearts coming up. Zachary McNally, Leafs, and probably Linus Allmark too. Heart. JK Kim, J Kim, been a Nucks fan since 81. Can't do this anymore. Come on, don't give up now. It's already been like, what is that? Like 40 years? 44 years? Don't give up now, JK. Don't do it. Welcome to Nothing is Perfect. You're showing up in the last game of the year. But we've been here supporting each other through all of it. JK, welcome to chat. Welcome to Nothing is Perfect. My name is Russ Holiday. And we've been live during every single Vancouver Canucks game this year. Can you believe it? Every single one, all the preseason games. So make sure you hit the like button, hit sub button if you haven't done it yet. We're going to be live during the Stanley Cup playoffs as well. We'll make some announcements once we figure out what's going on, once the schedules come out. Ratu throws it through the crease. 30 seconds left to go in the Canucks season. Blue and white. Most politicians are two-faced, and lying is par for the election. True. Man, imagine if Russ streamed last year. That would be so awesome. Last year's playoffs was awesome to watch. Well, there's always next year. Lanky, 32, 4-1. Tage Thompson. Okay, yeah, Tage Thompson. I'd want him. The Shrek. Classic Canucks in the third period. Yep. 4 shots in the third period. Not going to be enough to win a game. Dang it, says Mohammed. Lefty all around. I'm sure hope the Canucks don't skate after the game with their sticks up. The only players that deserve to do that is Quinn Hughes. Oh, I'm sure they'll do a whole ceremony after the game with giving away their jerseys and all that. Hachiko. And we end the season just as we started it. Losing. Izod. This is a snack for Dobby. Ooh, some bacon for Dobby? A bacon sandwich for the Doge? Yeah, he would eat that up so quick. Paragraph Bro, Calvin 99 Charlie, but think of how exciting it will be when Russ and I are doing a post-game show for the Canucks Cup victory one day. How about next year? And there it is, kids. Vancouver Canucks season is mercifully over. Patty O'Neill hugging it out. Was that Brock Besser's last game? We're going to have to wait till next season to see Quinn Hughes beat Alexander Edler's number. I still believe. No. Vanish with the score here, ladies and gents. It's been a bash. Thank you, Canucks, for an amazing season. Did well considering all we went through. Can't wait till October. Thank you, Canucks, is Vanish. Thank you, Vanish, for being here. Hachiko, will you ever be conscious after we win? Will you even be conscious after we win the cup? I don't know, man. Dustin, would you? I don't think I would be. I might be passed out. Zachary McNally. Oh, look at this. The Vegas Golden Knights have come over to the Vancouver Canucks bench, all to shake Patty O'Neill's hand before they leave. That's very classy. Thank you, Vegas Golden Knights. And the Canucks are just waiting for the Vegas Golden Knights to shake the man's hand. Canucks player, the 3 stars player of the game, Patty O'Neill. You love to see it. Michael Chow, Hachiko will all be chatting through a Ouija board by then. Yep. Laugh out loud, Hachiko. Good call. Thank you for your service to the Canucks, Pat O'Neill. Enjoy your retirement. Yep. Thank you. Big Mac, GG, thanks for putting on the streams, Russell. It's been an absolute blast this season on the channel. Doing our interviews was awesome. And don't worry, I'll be here for the playoff streams. That's good to hear, Big Mac. Izod. Bowling pins. Calvin IHI, will Rusty and Dusty be streaming the draft? We have not talked about that yet. But we'll talk about that soon. Para, you and Russ will be Waldorf and Statler aged by then. And we'll probably look like that too and make just as bad of jokes. Thanks for all the streaming all season, Russ, and thank you for hanging out. Chat, why did they put Tolopilo in? Who knows? Good night, Russ. I have an early shift tomorrow at 7 a.m. See you at work. See you there, Shrek. And with that, the 2024-25 NHL season comes to an end for the Canucks. Zoro Rosario, there's no game 83, folks. Thanks. Cheers. Mohammed, thank you, Canucks. O'Connor, put your stick down, you chump. To shake those hands. Come here. Why is he coming here? Oh, we'll be on during the playoffs. But here he is anyways. Dobby, say bye to the Canucks. Okay, you go. Dobby will be back for the playoffs too. Okay, let's get Dustin on here. Let us get Dustin on the line for the last Canucks game. Ah, there's his face. All right. Without further ado, the Silver Fox, Dustin Boydell.
Oh, hello.
Thank God it's finally over.
We made it. Oh, was that the most Canucks third period that we've seen all season long?
It's literally the same third period they played last time against Vegas. They just suddenly forgot how to play hockey.
Yeah.
Getting outshot 10-4 in the third period, 12-5 in the second, and 8-8 in the first. So those definitely sound like Canucks numbers there.
Yeah, they got up 1-0, then parked the bus, and then tie game. So they just came out waiting, and then third period after the Dorofeyev goal, it was pretty much they just stopped skating. Really, there's not much to skate for. Like we talked about in the intermission, it's tough to be motivated to be out there at this time of year when you're not playing past game 82.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, we're looking at a team like we've said, and everyone's made the jokes that this is the Abbey Canucks that we're playing. If it was the Abbey Canucks, they probably would have had a better chance against Vegas tonight. But with the amount of young guys that were playing in the lineup tonight, I'm not all that surprised that things turned out the way they were.
Yeah, no, it's good that they were all out there getting in, and I think Tolopilo playing the third was just giving him another period in the NHL before the season ended. Just kind of rewarding his work for the stuff he's done down in Abbotsford as well. I don't know how much of a reward it is to get scored on twice in the third, but at least he got some ice time.
This just
Other
in,
than that,
Lankinen took 2 pucks off the head, and he will be out for the entire summer, and his entire contract's going to be ruined now, right? Like in Canucks fashion.
Holy Moses.
No.
I think you just gave everyone a heart attack.
I know. It's not. That's not real, everyone. Don't worry. I'm just making stuff up. I'm not a Canucks insider. I'm a nothing is perfect insider. Quinn Hughes fails to get his
Ben Hutton
point.
assist machine against us there, and Quinn Hughes couldn't get his point. Just, I guess we'll just be with something to celebrate first game next season, hopefully.
Yeah, like 30 seconds into the season when we'll do another Calgary start and we'll go up by 5 goals and hopefully we'll be able to keep the lead this time.
Yep.
3 stars of the game, Dustin.
Oh my gosh.
It's a hard one.
Victor Olofsson, goal and an assist. Hugh Suter a goal, and Ben Hutton for 2 assists.
You would think with Shorty he would give it to Ben Hutton. They gave it to Olofsson for the goal and the assist. They gave Quinn Hughes the 2nd star with 0 points. But I guess he was the only player that looked like he was moving for the Canucks. So 2 points,
sure.
2nd star for skating, and then Dorofeyev getting the 3rd one for the game-winning goal.
Sure.
But I would point out that the player of the game was given to Patty O'Neill since it was his last game as the equipment boss for the Canucks.
Yeah.
Okay, let's jump over and look at the Abbey Canucks because they did play tonight.
And and it's far less depressing than this.
Yeah, because there's not much we can say about that Canucks game. It's over, and we'll probably, I was thinking we'll probably do some kind of a end of season separate stream maybe. Once we've had a little bit of time to decompress, me and Dustin will get together for you guys and we'll have a little breakdown for what we think of the season. But for now,
well, and I think for sure, and I think what's going to happen is obviously Alvin and company are going to have their little end of season presser. The end of season meetings are going to happen.
Yeah,
I'd like to hear what they have to say about the talk. There's so much that has to happen this summer.
Yeah,
there is plenty to talk about, but right now isn't the time to talk about it. Just because that game was a nothing burger, and there's a million things that are going to be talked about probably at the press conference. So a lot of the questions that you guys might have for Russ and I will be answered at that conference, and we'll be able to answer your questions better, obviously, once we get a debrief from the team as well. So
yeah. And we're moving to the off season too, obviously, which is the new ground for Nothing Is Perfect and the Rusty and Dusty Sideshow / post game. So I mean, people have been asking about like free agency and like the draft and stuff like that. That's all stuff that me and Dustin will chat about. I'm not a big fan, I think, of doing like the full draft stream, but maybe like a post draft stream, or that's the kind of thing I think we'd probably be looking at.
Yeah, for sure. Talking about what the moves the Canucks make, having a quick look at the prospects that they draft, and then obviously free agency, having a breakdown of the moves that we hopefully make, or who knows. I honestly see the Canucks really exploring the trade department, but because it's not a great free agent market. A lot of older free agents this year. And most of the younger guys are either going to be overpaid or don't really fit what we need here. So going to be an very interesting offseason for sure.
Yeah. All right. Abbey Canucks played tonight down in against the Bakersfield Condors. And when I first checked, it wasn't going so well, but I think they turned things around.
Yeah, no, it was a pretty tough game, actually. Bakersfield putting up a fight. And if I recall, Bakersfield was fighting for. Yes, they're trying to get back into the playoffs, so they were fighting for their life there. Very, very tough effort by them put forward. They had 33 shots on goal against Shilovs. They were up 1-0 going into the third period. 8 minutes and 39 seconds into the third period, Joe Arntzen, who had been called up from Kalamazoo, getting his first of the season for the Abbotsford Canucks.
Who was the assist on that one?
The assist going to one Jackson Kunz, making his Abbotsford Canucks debut.
And Phil Di
And
Giuseppe.
the second assist to Phil Di Giuseppe.
Less
yes, you heard it here
name.
first, folks.
Yeah.
Jackson Kunz making his rookie debut for the Abbotsford Canucks. That's Kunz. Kunz.
Don't at me.
Jackson, there's no T, Kunz.
Yeah. He's not British, so he's not having any tea. Calm down.
That's gonna be his nickname, no T. And then getting the game winner at 16:28 of the third period. Tristan Nielsen is 15th of the season from Sammy Blais, who has been instrumental in this playoff push for the Abbotsford Canucks, and could be an interesting free agent. When you're looking for winger scoring, somebody who's kind of rekindled his career with the Abbotsford Canucks here, because there was this worry about his knee being able to hold up, and he's really found something late in this season that would probably warrant a PTO with the Canucks next season. But I guarantee if other teams are watching, they'll be looking at him as well, because he is a Stanley Cup winner, and he has definitely found that talent from before his injury issues.
I did see here that Arthur Shilovs ended up with the first star of the game, 32 saves on 33 shots. So good to see that. And Tristan Nielsen with the game winner coming in with the third star for the Abbey Canucks. And again, we can see it for sure here on the screen. Yuri Patera on the bench as the backup. So he does exist. He is back.
He returns. He has returned. No real comment whatsoever on what his injury was or why
he's just back.
Why he was out for so long, but he's back. And he's ready for the playoff push. I mean, they're going to be set in net. They're going to be set in the lineup. I mean, realistically, they're 4 points behind, I think, the Colorado Eagles.
Correct.
With only 2 games left. So they could potentially catch them if Colorado loses those last 2 games.
They'd have to win both games in regulation, and Colorado would have to lose their last 2 games. But the number 1 seed in that division is not set right now.
Not yet. The Colorado Eagles do not have that clinched division symbol. So chance that the Abbotsford Canucks could get that first round bye still. But they do have first round home ice locked up. They had done that last game. So just trying to get into the playoffs on the winning foot. 2 more games to go here on Friday and Saturday. And that will be it for the regular season.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see. Tough game against the Ontario, and they always play us tough. And then Coachella, that'd be possibility to play them in the playoffs pretty quickly coming up as well. So that should be interesting to see what the Abbey Canucks can do to finish things out.
Yeah, a loss to the Ontario Reign would probably match us up against Coachella.
Yeah.
Depending on Ontario's final game after that, but right now we would be playing the Tucson Roadrunners in the first round. So
Vanish just used their membership message, and it says, here's my membership message for you fellas. It's been a bash. Canada still has a shot for the cup. Let's all go get the cup. And like I said to you, Dustin, we need to get the cup back in Canada before they shut the borders.
There you go. Someone better do it this year.
And then I do remember Swervin Irvin earlier when we were chatting. We didn't have time to chat about it, but he wanted to get your comment on the fact that Quinn Hughes has 4 60 assist seasons in a row. Now puts him in company with Bobby Orr, Ray Bork, and Coffey.
Well, I mean, Hall of Famer. I mean, he's a generational talent. I mean, you see it. We didn't anticipate him getting this good this quickly. But everything he's been asked to improve about his game, he's gone in the offseason and done that. So I would expect him next year to be able to take the pass in a 2-on-1.
Yeah. Hey, did you see that? There was a 2-on-1 tonight and he played it properly. He just stayed in the middle.
See, there you go. And take the pass, Quinn. It's Pee-wee hockey stuff, man.
So funny how like a guy like that, there's just for whatever reason, there's just that one thing, right, that they just can't quite figure out for whatever reason.
So I just saw Joe Thornton getting all teary-eyed over Logan Couture's ovation there. Sad stuff in San Jose tonight. Yeah,
it's sad to see the way it ended, and sad that he didn't get to make the announcement himself.
Thanks, Saravelli. Talking of guns.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's the thing, right? Is like, who even made the comments? Like, what?
Dude, like, have a freaking brain.
No, he doesn't. I don't think he does. I don't think he does.
Definitely not. No, we do not like Frank Saravelli here at the Rusty and Dusty show.
Giving gray-haired people a bad name.
Yeah, exactly.
So Dustin, we're gonna be playing things by ear right now with the playoff schedule. Obviously, last couple games get to play tomorrow. In the NHL, there's 7 games tomorrow. I don't think there's any that matter for any kind of playoff positioning. I'm pretty sure everything's pretty much set. So I'm hoping they drop that schedule pretty quick. But the rumor is it might be starting. Oh, actually, I think they've got a couple game posted now. Oh, they do. They've officially posted some of it, so I'll show that for you guys.
Oh, there you go.
They've got the Blues and the Jets playing on Saturday at 3:00 our time, and then the Avs and the Stars will be starting at 5:30 our time. First 2 games of the playoffs have been scheduled, guys. So it is the long weekend though for Easter, so there's not a real chance that we're going to be streaming on either Saturday or Sunday because I'll be eating turkey dinner twice.
Yeah, and so I got a golf tournament on Saturday, so I'll be busy as well.
I was
family stuff.
Crossing my fingers that we'd get one of those old school days where they have like 3 games where they play like an early game, a midday game, and like I was like, oh, maybe I'll just stream 3 games in a row like a crazy
That'll
person.
Be the following weekend.
But yeah, that'll happen the following weekend. So we'll see what happens. We'll like I said, we'll play it by ear. We'll see what happens, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, but that Avs Dallas series will be an interesting one. Avs getting a big boost with potentially getting their captain back. And Dallas with a huge loss tonight, losing Jason Robertson with injury. So will to be determined how long he'll be out. But if he's out for that first round series, the Avs just became the favorite in that one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, especially with Landeskog coming back, you never know, right? Having Landeskog on your fourth line could be a really good look for him.
I mean, just the emotional boost he's going to give the team, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like 2 conditioning games and he's ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, he's been skating a lot, but nothing can replace actually playing in an NHL game. So it should be interesting to see.
No.
And you'd hate to see if someone makes a dumb run at him or something like that. So hopefully,
yeah, but absolutely incredible that he's getting a chance to get back into the lineup.
Is there anything you wanted to say to chat before I let you go, buddy?
Thank you for everything this season. I, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate all the comments. You know, like I never in a million years thought I had a passion to do stuff like this. Russ, you make it so easy to come on and just chat with you. I've had a great time. I'm very much looking forward to next season and making the show bigger and better and helping out in any way possible. And I'm very excited for that and looking forward to the playoffs. And yeah, I just appreciate everyone being here and hanging out and the support for Russ. He has worked hard and he has basically invited me to kind of jump on his coattails here and be his co-host. And I very much appreciate the opportunity to do that. And what you've built is incredible. And here's to the push to 1,000, buddy.
Yeah, we're going to do it, man, before the end of the Stanley Cup Finals. And I want to say to you before you go, I don't think you understand how good you are at what you do. And the reason that I'm able to have you come on such a regular basis is because your understanding and your knowledge of the game and the insight that you bring and the way that you speak and the way you talk with the chat. Everything you do makes you very, very good at what you do, Dustin. And I don't think you get how good you are just jumping right into this with absolutely no training whatsoever. And I have very much appreciated all of the hard work that you've put into being here and giving me all the amazing insight that you have so far this season.
Well, thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. And it's been a blast. And I look forward to working with you going forward here.
Awesome, Dustin. We'll chat soon and we'll figure out what we're going to do for these playoffs.
Absolutely. I look forward to it.
Dustin Boydell, everyone. Always love to see the Silver Fox. The man, the myth, the legend. Oh, yeah. Such a fun season, guys. I mean, and that's the thing. We talk about it, right? Like, even though the Canucks were not playing well, we were all sitting around having a good time. And that's what this really turned into. I wasn't sure what I was doing when I started this all the way back in September last year. You know, I don't know. What am I going to do? Play by play? Like, who's even going to be watching? The very first stream we did, there was like 4 or 5 people here. And then all of a sudden, bam, we've got 50, 60 people watching the stream, having a good time. We got people from all different teams. We've got people cheering for Columbus, Red Wings, Oilers. We got people who are Jets fans and Kings fans. It's absolutely amazing. So you guys have made this whole experience unreal, and I appreciate everyone who supports the channel. Let's have a look at the super funding for the day. Dustin Boydell, speaking of that beauty, showing up, giving 10 gifted memberships out today. And then Minor Dow also giving up a gifted membership for the Canucks goal. Swerve and Irvin asking us to talk about Quinn Hughes' 60 assists 4 straight season, only done by Bobby Orr, doing his membership message. Muhammad donating $5 into chat, giving me a high five. Thank you for the high five. And then Hachiko coming in. If you think about it, the season was a success. It brought us all together from across the world. Very true. Yeah, Hachiko with a $5 dono. And then Vanish coming in with the membership message. Here's my membership message for you, fellas. It's been a bash. Canada still has got a shot at the cup. Let's all go get that cup. You'd love to see it. Hachiko, it feels like the last day of school. Laugh out loud. Yeah, doesn't it, Calvin? It kind of does. And now, go Kings go, says Ichigo. And then Big Mac's like, W. And then Izod says, better days. And then Swervener says, highlights of the 24-25 Russell streams. Do you guys remember when the power went out? That was a crazy one. The power going out. That was fun. Running down the street through the rain. Broadcasting from my other job. Vanish. Our season Our season may be up, but Canada's still in. Going to be watching close, standing with the Jets, Oilers, Sens, Leafs, and Habs going into the playoffs. It's going to be a blast. I can't wait, Vanish. Big Mac 133. I'm out for the night, guys. Hope everyone has a fantastic night. Jake Stays Hockey. Have a good night, everyone. It was a pleasure watching the Canucks game with you all. Happy face. Night, Big Mac. Kevin NHL. I'd love to see a game 1 of Dusty and Rusty compared to game 82. Well, Calvin, you might be getting something very similar to that. There's going to be a bunch of different videos I'm going to be working on over the summer that are going to be that kind of thing. I'm going to give you guys, I'll give you a preview. One of the videos I'm going to do is going to be literally every single thumbnail we made for the entire season, all back to back to back to back. But I was also going to do a thing where you essentially see our progression over the course of the season. So I'll be making some highlight videos for the streams for the season as well, Calvin. Night Jake, says Ichigo. Mohammed, thank you, Russell, for streaming the game. Much appreciated. Have a great evening. Thank you very much, Mohammed, for the $5 dono. I hope you have a good evening. Blue, white, green. Blue, white, green. Blue, white, green. Canucks fan 94. And now the Vancouver Canucks season is officially over. It's been an honor, Russell. Thank you very much, Canucks fan 94. We'll have you on again soon. I'm going to be doing a bunch of stuff during the summer as well. So we'll have you on again during the summer and during the playoffs. Russell! Calvin 99 Charlie, Big Hog, you as much as an insider as Frank Saravelli. Jokes. I hope Lankinen takes it easy. It takes 9 years to recover from a concussion. It can take 9 years, yep. I'm sorry, Big Hog. Last game, have to do something. Drew Richards, well, that's the Canucks season. Thanks for everyone who tuned into our group therapy sessions. Canucks Glow! Canucks Glow! Calvin, Canucks fan 94. Now it's time to focus on signings, the draft, and free agency. Canucks go, Canucks go, Canucks. Smash burger and side of chips. Hobbled. Heart. Canucks go, Canucks go, Canucks go. Trevor Linden. Dobby. Drew Richards, King of the Mods. Thanks for being here, buddy. And thanks for being the King of the Mods. That is a quagmire when you are an upper echelon hobbled. Calvin and Charlie, can't wait till he comes to the NHL and one of the broadcasters gets it wrong and adds a T. Laugh out loud. Yeah, it could be. Broadcasters? Yeah, my bad. Rip, the Bunny fan. Canucks lost. At least the Blues and the Oil made it. Good night, everyone, says the Bunny fan. See you later, Bunny fan. Thanks for being here. Have fun with your math. Calvin and Charlie, Big Hog, now that deserves a ban. Laugh out loud. Jokes. I'm getting the silent treatment now. Laugh out loud. Now he's being racist. Wow. Jokes. Laugh out loud. What's going on, Calvin? Banish. It may not be us, but any team will do. It's a time where Canadian unity is strong and proud. We stand side by side with the Jets, Habs, Leafs, Oilers, and Sens this year. No rivalries. All one dream. Calvin and Sorry. How hand Big Hog. Katie. Haha. Ah. Katie is Dustin's significant other or better half, as you can see in her picture. Sound cutting out? Question mark. Don't give up on the ship. Canucks. Thank you, Big Hog. Sound cutting out for me too. Oh, I hope it's back now. Silent treatment again. Laugh out loud. Toronto versus Amia's Rock tomorrow. He has risen, says Izod. Yep, Easter time. Thank you, Dusty and Katie, says Hachiko. Thank you, Russ and Crystal. Crystal, Hachiko says thank you. She says thank you. Thanks, boys, says Milosh. Calvin 99 Charlie, you're welcome, everyone. It's all in a day's work. Nothing to it, really. Thank you, everyone. Dobby. Yeah, stay tuned, Canucks fans. Izod. Russell, he truly is amazing. Yeah, you've got a good one there, Katie. Hang on to him. Calvin 99 Charlie. Russ, I don't think Big Hog likes me no more. Hanging out in CCC tonight, Russell? Probably. Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be editing my videos and listening to CCC. Leafs. Now I want to cry, says Ichigo. I came here on Clay's recommendation. Yeah. Thank you, Clay, for giving me Swerve and Irvin. I appreciate that. Chico, I came here because the preseason games were geo-locked. Yeah. TFMTD. Russ, I don't usually chat in here, but I've been here since the preseason games, and it's been fun watching every Canucks game alongside y'all. Hope you next season will bring us together, bring us to the postseason. Thank you very much, TF. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you being here. And that's the thing is you don't even have to be in chat, right? It's all about just everyone hanging out. And remember PD Snipe 40. I remember interviewing him, the YouTuber PD Snipe 40. And he said, I watch every single game, but I watch it alone. And so I've been having fun watching it with you guys. Phoenix, the end. Makes sense of that. Where on earth are we? A night of dismay. A night of hope lost and restored. A night of salvation. A night of despair and elation. A night of such raw emotion. Phoenix, that was beautiful. That's pretty accurate for the Canucks season. Thank you for being here, Phoenix. Russ, you are the reason I have 81 subs right now. Thank you so much. Bro, I didn't give you all your subs. You work hard too, man. Keep up the good work, Big Hog. Calvin and Charlie, rookies. I've been here since game 1 with Mr. Fuji. Preseason game. Yep. Just posted Hoglander Screams video. Perfect. Phoenix, I'm preying on every other Canadian team's downfall in the playoffs. Phoenix wants the whole world to burn. Calvin and Charlie, with your scream also. Rome. Too bad the season couldn't have been extended. Hopefully the Canucks take this show to June next season. Holler, says Izod. Yeah, Rome, I agree. Swerve Nerve, they could even get Quinn Hughes the franchise record tonight. F. Big Hog erased his comment. Crumbs de la crumb, says Izod. Hachigo, good night, everyone. See you in the playoff streams. Dobby. Yep. Katie, I will, Russell. Don't worry about that. That's good to hear. And we'll eventually go out for dinner, Katie. Me, you, Dustin, Crystal. It'll be a lot of fun. Thank you, Dobby, says Izod. Every time Zach has to make it about their Leafs. Will you be streaming anytime during the summer, like free agency days, draft, etc.? Yes. Me and Crystal were talking about that day, and I'm not gonna say it's for sure, but I would like to stream at least once a week still during the summer, just to keep everyone up to date on what's happening with the Canucks. Oh, Canada. Good, says Zachary Leafs. Is Phoenix Fuji now? Good night, Russ and Dobby. Absolutely, Katie says. We're going to go out for dinner. Should be fun. Okay, everyone. Can you believe it? We said we were going to do it, and we did it. Every single Vancouver Canucks game here on Nothing is Perfect. We're going to be here live for the playoffs, but no Canucks. But it should be a lot of fun. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you all for beautiful people who have decided to subscribe and like and all those things, become members. It's been absolutely crazy. Thank you to Crystal for putting up with all my shenanigans all year. Thank you to Dobby for being a cute little fluffy boy. Thank you to my mom for showing up and modding and banning people. That was fun. Thank you to all the mods who helped out keep the chat safe. And I will definitely see you guys in the playoffs. I'll let you guys know as soon as I know. Hopefully the schedule for the playoff comes out soon and we'll be able to get a good idea of what we're going to be doing for the playoffs. But I can say for sure we will be broadcasting during every single Stanley Cup final game. So that for sure, we know that. But as for the first 3 rounds, we're going to have to figure it out. And I'll let you guys know soon. But until next time, remember that we're all here to watch the game together, to have fun and be respectful. And it's been fun to get to know a lot of you people. And, let's keep on getting to know each other as we will be back again for next year. We're going to be back for the playoffs. Yeah. Jules Parks. Hey, I still owe you $100, but I don't remember the last time the Canucks won when I tuned in. Jules Park showing up at the very end. I owe you $100. Yes, we do remember that, Jules Park. Showing up at the very end. Okay, everyone. We're gonna end it there. Thank you all very much for being here tonight. Remember, my name is Russ Holiday. This is Nothing is Perfect, and make sure that you make good choices.